There we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're here live. Not Cool in High School, episode 98. Should probably look at that. Yeah, 98. Almost at 100. That's exciting. If you are watching live in the chat, say hi to us. Say what's going on. If you're watching or listening back later, let us know in the comment that you're enjoying
it. On YouTube?
YouTube, the brand new YouTube page. So if you are watching this on Facebook, we have a brand new YouTube page. Head over and subscribe. And if you go to the very bottom of the page or click on the channels tab, it'll take you to all of our other podcast YouTube pages that we made. Help us grow. Before we kind of had everything on the network, and I felt like it would be more beneficial to separate it all by show, so it's easier to find and all that fun stuff. So that's what we did now. So go check that out. Also, every day at, I want to say 2 p.m. ? 2 p.m. every day on Facebook. We've been uploading all of the older episodes of season 1 from Not Cool in High School. So eventually, everything that will be on YouTube is our Facebook as well. So you can go back and watch all the past content, as well as listen to this podcast audio wise on Facebook as well. Just click on the podcast tab and everything pops up and you can do that. Our goal is to somehow break into the Apple Top 250 in pop culture. It's going to be very, very hard, but I never thought we'd do a tornado tag, and we've done it like 5 or 6 times now. So that really comes down to you. I
wonder what
listener.
that all encompasses, though. You know, like wrestling, obviously, is just wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, what does their pop culture thing encompass?
I believe we're under like the leisure.
Okay.
Something like that. I have to look at the category again. But yeah, so if you guys listen, that definitely helps out with a share. Let your friends know. Word of mouth definitely gets us where we need to be. You can head over to the IWEP network and find all of our stuff there, support our other channels and our other shows on the network, as well as grab some merch or sign up for our Patreon, which is $1 or $5. So thank you guys if you do support for that as well. We're going to be covering our favorite Christmas movies this episode. I'm going to go around the table real quick. This is a new thing I'm going to start doing. I'm going to have you guys introduce yourselves. So if you're a first time listening, you get an idea of the name to the ears, because that was one of the things that a lot of people my feedback that I've been getting. Not comment wise, because no one comments, but people who listen and then come talk to me is they're like, well, who's that voice? Who's that girl? Who's that guy talking? So we'll go around. We'll start to my left and just go around and say who you are.
Heidi.
That's awesome. That's the way to do it. Like, awesome. Next. This is going great.
What am I supposed to say?
So, hi, this is Heidi.
Hi, I'm Heidi.
A wonderful start,
Heidi.
Hi, I'm Heidi.
There you go.
There you go. Hi, I'm Kelly, Crystal Witch Extraordinaire.
Wow, so
there you
you got a
go.
little flair there.
I don't have anything like that.
Hey, I'm Anthony.
You're
There you go.
found.
Hello, I'm Nikolai.
I'm Sean Connery. Sometimes it's all right to smack a bitch. There you go.
We need our barber wall.
Cancel.
Yeah, canceled. I am Andy Header.
There you go. Before we get into our topic, we are going to talk pop culture stuff we're into right now, some news topics that are going out there right now. Maybe date the episode if you're listening to be like, oh, wow, I forgot about that news. And then just kind of open form talk for a couple minutes, and then we'll get into the topic.
December 7th.
December 7th.
The time of this recording.
So we'll start with you, Andy.
What's Hanukkah?
What have you seen in the news that's been going on?
Halo comes out tomorrow.
The
campaign, yes. But I heard something that the disc does not have the actual game on it. It only unlocks the game, because you know how you download the thing, which is cool. That for multiplayer is free. You don't need Xbox Gold or anything.
Yeah,
you have Xbox, you can play Halo. That's awesome.
Yeah.
They said the disc doesn't have the game. It's some weird. I didn't really understand. I'm like, that makes no sense.
Well,
so
why the hell would you buy it?
Yeah, because you have to unlock.
I mean,
the campaign. You know, so the disc technically.
Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
So the disc is just the code to unlock the campaign, because it's already downloaded if you downloaded the multiplayer.
So
the way I understand it,
this game is built off the cloud.
Yes,
and that's where a lot of gaming is going, especially on Xbox. Now with the cloud is they can make changes and updates quicker, and it can take the quality of the game and expand it more because it's built on a cloud service. So essentially, most games that you're going to get going forward, so they can utilize the speed of the system, the performance of the system is going to be all cloud based. So once you
but wouldn't the system be able to run the game?
Yeah, but
just locally,
we're learning no discs. Because even when you have a disc, we have to download it for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it's kind of like why
put the disc in, and there it is.
So like
those days are over.
So if you don't have the
go
internet,
back to old school method of
would Halo
put it in play?
Yeah, would it not work if you weren't on the?
I'm not sure.
Line? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna find out. I'm curious. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like you think they'd put it on there?
There is one
I don't
bug
know.
for the new Halo coming out. You cannot go back and replay solo missions day one. There's like a little thing going on.
Really?
Yeah, they said it will be fixed right away.
Oh, good.
But as soon as you load up, if you try to go back and replay a mission, it won't let you do it.
That's weird.
But they're upfront about it. It's like, hey,
And no co-op campaign.
no co-op campaign right away either. They want people to experience it, I guess. Which
is weird. Well, but like every other Halo had the co-op campaign.
Yeah, I think they want people to experience it solo, and they'll be like, "Hey, here's a new little treat for you." Because this,
But it's the same experience.
yeah, because this new the
Like
reason
you
it's
can't
called,
just drop another character in. Hey, there's Master Chief and Blue Master Chief. You know?
Going into the future of this game, the reason it's called Infinite is because they don't plan on making anymore. So it's going to be something they keep building on and adding more.
But I wonder how
content.
they would do that with like campaigns. You know?
I'm not sure. Maybe they'll just have like DLC or side projects or side little stories, or maybe
I
incorporate.
mean, obviously multiplayer, you just keep that going forever.
Yeah,
How many
maybe
years old
incorporate the
is
Master
Halo?
Chief collection.
Halo came out like when I was a senior
is it-
in high school.
I think it's
wanna
like
say, or
20
junior?
I was
right
gonna say,
now.
20
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
Wow.
long
shit.
time.
Longer than that, I think.
When did regular Xbox come out? 2001.
Yeah.
2002.
Yeah,
I think 2001.
Yeah,
it was a day launch
Ain't
with
that something?
2001
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I bought it at Walmart back in the day.
Jesus.
landline parties.
Great.
Yeah, remember that? There were 2 TVs and 2 Xboxes, and the 2 copies of Halo.
Do
and
they
all
still
the
do
controllers.
midnight releases?
Not really.
Not as
Not
as popular
anymore.
anymore, especially with the pandemic. I think a lot of places
Yeah.
really cut back on
And a
it.
lot of places they just wasn't worth it to stay open because of 15 people it comes.
And like Xbox now, even if you buy the physical game, I believe you can still go on Game Pass, download the entire game, play it day one, and then just put your disc in and it still works.
Oh.
Type deal.
No,
What do you mean?
no, that is not the case. You have to re-download it.
Really?
They're 2 separate entities.
What do you mean?
They're 2 separate things.
If you put the disc in,
Yeah,
that's weird.
at least the games I've done it with.
No,
They're 2 separate.
I don't buy physical games anymore, so
worlds.
I don't know
yeah,
how it works.
it's annoying
Yeah.
because like when I got the Friday the 13th one, the disc had like special costumes and stuff that the digital one did not.
Mm.
So I had to uninstall the digital one to install the new one just so that I could get the costumes, and then uninstall the disc.
Is that recently?
That's weird.
That
'Cause
sounds like a
Friday
lot
the
of work.
13th. What?
No,
like-
it was when the disc
yeah,
first came out.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's I had trouble. Mortal Kombat was like that too. I tried to add the characters and I paid for them, and then they said they were there. When I went to select them, it's like you must purchase the
I
DLC.
bought
Like,
I bought Mortal
did.
Kombat 11, the Ultimate Edition, for like
Yeah,
$11 a couple weeks ago. I'll
Wow.
probably never
That-
play it.
yeah, that's
Maybe
well-
I'll play it against
That's well
Heidi,
worth $11.
but it came with everything, all of it, and you can play as like Leatherface or Jason or
No,
whatever.
not in that one.
Or that one's Terminator or Predator.
Yeah, no, it's Terminator and RoboCop and
That's it.
Rambo
That's it.
And Spawn.
Yeah, it's
And Spawn. Yeah. Sorry, I just some of the people news I will know, so I'll kind of chime in more things I learned about it. But yeah, the Halo comes out tomorrow, so that's
Mhm.
exciting.
Yeah.
You
Did-
gotta.
Did anyone play the multiplayer?
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
playing it a lot.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard.
Fun.
It's hard.
I was
I,
never
Fun, it's fun.
I like it.
I was never good at it, but I get bored so fast in that. Like I went and played the capture. What's the one where you get the skulls? That's called skulls. or-
Oddball.
Oddball, yeah.
Yeah.
So I played that right, and I played it for 2 minutes. I'm like, this gotta be over soon. And I look at the clock and it says like 15 minutes. Like, oh my god,
The games are long.
I can't stand that.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
Can
my.
you
I'm not
change the
into it.
time or no?
Uh,
You,
no,
you-
like a
you
set
can
time?
change if you create the game.
Oh,
You can set all the times, but I just wanted the random just to get achievements.
That's probably my favorite game mode is the ball one. I think it's fun.
I didn't even find the ball.
yeah, that's because you hide behind the counter and you're like, let's hide all in this room. No one can get in.
Dude, we got an achievement because we literally zeroed a team. We held the ball the entire
Oh
round
wow, wow.
because we found a location.
And again,
locked it
if you
down.
download the multiplayer, you get achievements for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't need
Mhm.
Xbox Gold.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, actually, that's going to be a free to play game. You don't even need an Xbox Gold to
Yeah,
own
that's
it.
right. Yeah,
It's like
that's
it's
it.
like
Yeah.
Fortnite. So yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's really good. It's just, I'm used to like the multi kills and running in. Like if it's a 2-on-1, you're not beating anybody.
Yeah.
And like I'm still not used to the shield and like a head. Like I
Or
go for full headshots.
Hitting people
and-
with the gun.
or
He's
yeah.
clicking the wrong button. He's like, why
Oh.
isn't it hitting?
Oh, I like B as the melee button, not
Yeah.
click the stick.
I don't
the
know why.
I
stick.
believe it's
Yeah.
called recon controls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was hitting RB
Because they changed it in like what 2 or 3, they changed the controls. I'm like, this is way better.
Yeah.
And then they changed it back for like reach or something like that. No, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But I like how there's like several
well, see,
setups.
there should be like a
Kelly's having a stroke.
Yeah, don't say that. A preference like that. If you could go through your settings and,
Yeah.
and set that
Yeah, you
as
can.
your
Yeah,
preference.
You can. I believe you can even edit to whatever you want now too.
Oh.
Like there's settings. There was like 5 different settings.
Yeah, you can remap your
Play
buttons.
Halo in like forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
need more
And
Needler.
you finally joined the Xbox. You
Yeah,
got the
because I
new
finally
Xbox.
got one.
Yeah.
Because my friends bought the Halo one, so they sold me the regular one.
You enjoying it?
Yeah, so far.
It's fun.
I don't like that the screens of the Dashboard is the same, but I guess if it's not broke, don't fix it.
That dashboard is supposed to be getting an update soon.
Oh, good. There is
Nothing major. It's
dynamic
just-
themes and stuff that the Xbox Series has rather than the one.
Yeah, the dashboard technically right now is not in 4K,
Oh, okay.
but
I
it will
didn't
be.
notice.
Like
I don't-
they're gonna upscale the dashboard to look
yeah.
better soon.
I don't know if my TV is 4K, so I wouldn't.
Yes, you wouldn't even.
I mean, it's fine. The one dashboard at the end there got good.
Mhm.
It's when it first started, it was not good.
I just like how you can put whatever you want.
Oh,
on
now
the
you can
dashboard.
edit. Yeah.
It's completely up to you how you want it to look.
Oh yeah, I got the little charger. Here, look at the Xbox.
Oh, cool.
Huh.
Oh, that is neat.
And it does light up.
Nice.
And I looked into it, and I can mod my Xbox
How
for
do you plug it
$50.
in?
Oh, it's a little cord here.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, you just plug it in right here, and
So
then
what does it charge that
little battery packs, little AA
For the
battery packs.
controller?
It comes with battery packs,
for a controller?
and then you
That's
put
cool.
to the
So
mount
your
put it on the
controller actually takes batteries now.
Yes.
Like it's not like the old PlayStation 3 where you'd plug it in and it would charge.
So the reason Xbox does that is because there's a lot of people who have the old PlayStation controllers and the
Yeah.
internal battery after charge eventually goes bad, and then it just your controller is essentially it has to be plugged in all the time or it doesn't hold a
Yeah.
charge. Where Xbox is like, we'll avoid that and you just put either rechargeable battery packs in, or you can put your own AA's.
I've never encountered that though. My batteries have never died.
No,
in any of my
neither did I.
controllers. But I mean, that's don't buy batteries. Buy the rechargeable things. It's
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah.
It's falsome, and the little lights light up here, which shows which side you're charging, and this always glows,
Nice.
That's
which
cool.
is pretty cool. It's a little.
So you bought that separately?
Yeah, this
Oh.
is on Amazon. It's $20.
That's cool.
I like
got
the
that.
look of the system.
And I got the. I think the system's super lame.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
The PlayStation is ugly. The Xbox is lame.
Is it
Yeah.
smaller?
Yeah, I mean, I bought that. Skin.
It's smaller than the
It's-
PlayStation. Yeah,
it's a big rectangle.
it looks just like that.
Yeah. Imagine if this was like.
Huh.
"Grr."
Looks like a little mini fridge.
It's fucking lame.
It's simple.
But,
Oh, the fresh.
I bought that Xbox regular skin. Looks a little bit cooler because it has the Xbox logo on it. But
Yeah.
I mean, I thought my favorite's the regular Xbox. That looks awesome. The old VCR looking thing with big.
Oh, the big,
Oh,
big,
yeah.
big
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
That's
Big X
awesome
on
looking.
it, yeah.
It's huge.
I wish they could just put the Series X in that. Boom.
Jesus.
I love that.
I have an original Xbox that's modded with a bunch of with like 15,000 games.
Yeah,
And
I
you
seen
turn
them.
that thing on, it sounds like a
Oh.
fucking airplane's taking off. Yeah. All right, Nikolai, any other news?
Yes. So the 4K for Krampus is released today from Scream Factory. However, I did not realize that the naughty cut that's on there, that's all there is. There's no theatrical version
Oh.
whatsoever.
So it's only the naughty.
Yeah,
cut.
it's only the naughty cut because this was the director's original intent before higher up organizations were like, we need to cut certain parts out for time and all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't add like a huge amount to
Does
the
it
time
change the
frame
theme
of
of
it.
the movie at all?
No, not really. But there's some lines in there that like, or like little moments like the twins notice Max has his Santa Christmas list in his pocket, and like they pointed out, where it's not really needed, but it's like otherwise without it, you're like, how do they know that he has this list, and how did they get it, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see what his true vision for the movie.
It's a fun
was
movie.
supposed to be.
That movie made me want Gremlins because it,
Yeah.
it reminded you of like a modern day version
Yeah.
of Gremlins.
And I think that's why I love it so much.
Mm.
The only problem I have, I'm not. I think I like the way Krampus obviously looks,
Mm.
but it's not the Krampus I want. I don't
mean,
want.
that's
I don't want a slack-jawed Santa Claus. I want a I want a devil. I want a demon.
My only complaint, I'm fine with the look. I just wish he would have been able to close his mouth. Not a solid.
It just
block.
looks like it literally looks like a mask. Like he just
Oh,
he's soulless, no eyes.
Not,
just
not like the
slack-jawed.
Jacob Marley, like we were trying to think of the other day on one of the other podcasts where he had a like in Christmas Carol where
Gotta get close to the
he had to take like the I don't know medical bandage and like tie
Yeah.
it on top of his
Yeah.
head because of his jaw was down.
Mm.
Besides that, I think he looks cool. Like the
Yeah.
costume that we seen at Krampus event was cool because the
Mm.
guy who had the actual costume. But yeah, I kind of like the devil a little better than just a creepy looking Santa Claus with horns.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool. It's a good movie. It's
But
fun.
they also
The
changed
movie.
some stuff to
Yeah.
make it their own.
Yeah.
which
The
there's
bell,
nothing wrong with that
The bell summons him, right?
either.
The,
Yeah.
how is the movie?
What?
The bell summons him.
No.
See some of that.
So-
Max rips up the letter.
yeah, Max rips up the
That's
letter.
right.
He gives up his last hope. Krampus is supposed to come when there's no more hope. And at least in this storyline, and he leaves one person behind to show what happens when hope, is
He's
gone.
lost. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. It's definitely its own little spin on folklore, but folklore changes so much. It's okay.
Right. Like, Tim Allen's not in the story of Santa, and I love the Santa Claus. So,
Anthony.
I do have a bit of small video game news. Today, just announced for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, they have a free character coming out on Thursday, I believe. And actually, before I say who it is, Nikolai already knows who it is. Would anyone like to take a guess?
Well, I don't know who's
characters?
all on the roster. So is
I think the
Anything's
Turtles, SpongeBob.
Turtles, SpongeBob are already in it. Danny Phantom, Oblina from Real Monsters,
Avatar.
Avatar: The Legend of Korra.
It has nothing to do with any of them that are on there, though.
Yeah.
It's not like it's the Turtles and then they brought Shredder in. or something.
okay.
It's something that's not in the game. At all.
Is it an older generation Nickelodeon show?
Roger Klotz.
It's
Mm,
definitely an older generation, but whether Nickelodeon had it as an older thing.
Oh,
So
jeez.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's like way outside the box.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's
outside.
definitely an
the box.
interesting choice. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. Do they have like the Rugrats and stuff in it?
They have Reptar.
Yeah, they have Reptar.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I guess Reptar. I mean, what do you want to fight more as, Reptar or dinosaur or
He
baby?
can be purple.
I want to fight as Chucky or Phil and Lil and spit bugs. And stuff.
Listen, I'm sure that are coming.
I was gonna say Rocco or Heifer. Or
Yeah, I was
something,
gonna
but
say like the wild thornberries or something.
Well,
Nigel's already in.
Nigel's
Oh.
in it, yeah.
I
Uh,
don't know.
the character is Garfield.
Garfield.
Yep.
I don't think Nickelodeon. Maybe they own them now.
Yeah, maybe they
They
show up-
did have like a 3D animated show, I believe. That was like a third party thing.
That's why I
for a
was
little
like,
bit.
it's an old concept, but
Yeah, maybe throw us
Yeah,
lasagna.
it's,
Would be awesome.
But that
Yeah.
also
Throw us
opens the
Nerf.
door
Yeah,
too
how cute
for
would that be?
it opens the door for like because Power Rangers were also on Nickelodeon. I think Dragon Ball Z was at one point was on Nickelodeon. Like anything that was a third party thing that
How
Nickelodeon
fucking
had.
awesome would it be if someone picks like Goku and gets beat by Nigel Thornberry?
that'd be
That
awesome.
would be awesome.
Yeah,
I
you'd be
love
like,
that.
Fuck your Goku. The guy from Wild Thornberries just whipped your ass.
But there's what's the other the WB one that's coming out?
Yeah, the WB
Yeah.
Universe one. Yeah, it's gonna be just like the Space Jam movie, all in one video game. That's WB owns this like Space Jam, so everybody, all the universe was like courtside watching the new Space Jam movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so that's kind of
That
like
sounds
So does that mean
what-
we're
what are you
getting
talking about?
Clockwork Orange too?
Maybe.
You could because there's Game of Thrones characters in it.
Yeah,
so
Game of Thrones.
that's still a head
DC.
scratcher to me.
yeah,
They're like, we need to remove Pepe Le Pew.
yeah.
He was a little R word, little too aggressive with the women. But let's give Clockwork Orange courtside seats.
Yeah.
Doesn't really
That is so wrong.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
is.
This is not my pro Pepe Le Pew. We talked about this before, but it's just strange to me that you're like, fuck that skunk, get him out of here. He
And
doesn't
he's a cartoon
exist.
character. Yeah.
And they're just
Let
like
alone
I liked him when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I think it was
Courts-
just because he was a skunk. I don't know.
courtside seats to guys who did that exact same thing but didn't hide it like 8 times in the same
more
movie.
cartoon
They got
characters.
rid of Pepe Le Pew. They got rid of
Speedy Gonzalez.
Speedy Gonzalez. They
Why?
got rid of Elmer
They said it's
Fudd.
racist.
Elmer. Well, no, Elmer's still there. He just can't have a gun.
He just
Oh,
had
is
a
that
gun.
what it is?
Yeah, he has a scythe now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest choice.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather
Yeah,
get
why
shot.
would you
Yeah.
give him something else?
I'll take
with
I'll
a
take
scythe.
Because that's pretty violent. The scythe is
Give him
pretty
like
violent.
an axe or something. I feel like that's
But they didn't take the guns away from Yosemite Sam.
Oh yeah,
Which doesn't make any sense. They took the hunter's gun away, but they kept the one from the
the
Wild
West.
West.
yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Did Yosemite Sam actually ever shoot at anybody or always
No,
just
he
shot
always
shot
at
at
the
the
guy?
ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Space Jam 2, he shot at the ball,
Yeah.
but other than that, he didn't really use them.
Is Marvin the Martian still allowed to have his alien blaster?
Yeah.
He's the only one that ever really connect. No, Elmer Fudd's gun connected a couple times.
What about the dynamite that they'll blow each other up with?
Yeah.
Well,
I'd
that's
rather
allowed.
get shot than blown
Wild
up with
Coyote
dynamite.
and Roadrunner. Yeah.
Or dropping
Yeah.
bills on
Yeah.
people.
Who knows?
Yeah, again, I'd rather get
That
shot
was
than
a
have an ammo
supernatural
drop.
episode.
Just fun stuff. Kelly, news.
News. I was just discussing with Heidi that there is, I don't know, this probably isn't too much not cool in high school, but there is going to be a follow-up of Sex in the City now on HBO. I just seen a preview for it yesterday.
How long has that been off?
That's been off since like, oh man,
This is
Years.
this part of the show is
Years.
for the lady.
Yeah.
So is this a
2005.
spin-off, right?
Who knows?
I think it's like a
Spin-off?
Is it the same
don't let-
characters?
like a reboot or something.
The-
Yeah.
It's like
Some of
them.
them.
It's them. How many years later, and she's
Yeah.
still with Big. It's like showing married life basically. Everybody except for Samantha.
The-
Samantha's not on.
Only reason I ask, and the only reason I have any kind of knowledge on this whatsoever, is because I've been seeing casting stuff lately pop up for that, and one of them I think said it was a spin-off, so that's why I was questioning what it was. Because sometimes those ads
It's
are
not going to
off.
be called Sex in the City. And
Okay.
I should have wrote it down.
in the
Orgy in the
years
city.
after or
It's in the
something like
years
that.
after.
Is that what it
Yule
is?
orgy.
Yeah.
After.
Sex in the country.
Really into
They all-
those Yule time orgies right now.
They all moved to the suburbs, so now it's Sex in the
Yeah,
suburbs.
it's like in the years after or something like that.
Yeah. It's like Life as It Is or something. Now
Uh.
it's called. It's something like that. So I don't know. I'd be looking forward to watching
if
a
you
little
are-
bit of that.
If you are watching live and you have any news that came up recently in pop culture, put it in the chat room. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss it before we move on to our next section.
We have people watching.
Yeah, Heidi, what's your news?
There's a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre coming.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Straight to Netflix
Oh,
Oh, that's
in February.
I have high hopes.
Yeah, I was reading a little bit earlier, and it looks like it's just gonna be. It's kind of like the Halloween, where it's just a sequel after the first one.
okay.
So we'll see.
I kind of heard information about that a little bit. That I think Leatherface is supposed to be like in his 70s or something at this point. That they're jumping from that point, and he's still doing whatever he does.
He's still
Murder
chasing after people with chainsaws.
70-year-old
wearing
man
their faces.
picking up a chainsaw is a
Hopefully, his selling
feat
skills
for a
get better.
70-year-old man.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Myers is like 70 years old now, and he's straight up fighting for entire
Yeah.
neighborhoods full of
Yeah.
people.
But he's supernatural, but not really. But yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to. How can I? Leatherface kind of has paranormal abilities, but he's more or less like, I don't want to say like,
He's got like super strength.
Yeah,
It's all that.
I know.
animal-
I know what you're saying.
we'll go with super
It's
strength.
all that
Yeah.
human meat he eats.
There-
What
there's a-
happens when you eat people?
Yeah,
You
There's
get
a,
real
what
there's a
happens
fat.
when you eat
terminology that
people.
was used for a
Yeah.
long time about that
Yeah, we
character, but
don't-
it's not PC anymore. But
Mhm.
yeah, I actually I'm going to come back to that later because it's what I watched is going to kind of tie into something like that. But my news, I have two of them. One of them is local, and one of them is going to be
Not so local.
not so local. Yeah.
White Book.
Uh,
I was gonna say there's a sad news in the comic world.
Oh.
There's an artist and writer named George Perez, and he announced that he has cancer.
Oh,
and he-
no.
He's only has 6 months to a
George,
year to live.
that sounds really familiar.
Yeah, he did Wonder Woman back in the day, wrote and drew it, and he did like Superman. He did tons of stuff. Infinity Gauntlet. So Thanos, him and Jim Starlin
Did he do
created.
the Crisis for Wonder
Yes,
Woman?
Crisis on Infinite Earths.
There you go.
And he did Wonder Woman in the 80s. He's the one that put the gods with her and all that stuff because she was just the superheroes before. So yeah, but he wants to do one last signing. I'm like, how cool is that? Do one last signing. These guys, he has like a year or less.
Yeah.
Poor
Well,
guy.
good
I feel
thing.
like that's what I would do if I was.
Yeah, I mean, might as well go out and
I love
enjoy
the
it.
fact that he understands that he has a fan base and he's like, I'm sick, but like people would want this.
Yeah,
before
and
I
he
go.
said he's gonna. He could go under radiation, all that, but he said it's not gonna.
Yeah.
Why suffer for the last
That's
couple
right.
months?
That's
Just
right.
live and enjoy his life. While
Well,
he's
and he must really love what he does and love his fan base that he's willing to give up that, that little bit of time he would have to himself to,
Mhm.
yeah, and his
the
art's
fans.
awesome. So like,
Well, I mean,
he was a writer too.
He's
but-
one of those things too where he realizes his entire career and his livelihood and his money and everything that he has right now is for the people that got him there. So why
Yeah.
not give it back to the people
Yeah.
who got you there?
Drew
I
met
like
him
that.
and got a sketch by. I never met him. I went to a con in
We gotta make that happen.
New Jersey, and they had a signing where you can only get 13 things signed. Like only 13.
Only 13.
How about 5? And I waited in the line, and then they cut the line off. And I couldn't get to him. I was like, I just want to get one fucking Wonder Woman book signed by him. And one guy had like 13 Thanos figures. I'm like, are you gonna keep all 13 of those Thanos figures signed by
No,
him?
you know what they went.
Yeah.
They went
Yeah.
to eBay.
He had a wagon.
crazy.
And I was like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I hate that.
Mm.
This is another reason why I don't stand in line for shit because I'm the person who would just want to walk up, don't even care about an autograph or photo, and be like, "Thank you for your work,"
Yeah.
and then leave. And then people are like, "How could I make money off this
Mhm.
name?" It's like, "Fucking go
Yeah.
away."
Like I just want my book signed for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna flip shit, you know?
So this network, we're really, really grateful and thankful that we have not just one, not just two, but 3 really local talented artists. 2 are part of our network. Nikolai makes some great logos. You have made a logo already for us, Andy.
Yeah, if I had a working computer, I could
Yeah.
do some stuff.
And Tori makes us fantastic logos. But there's another person locally that we reach out to and we try to support very much, and that's Haley Stokes. She's been on interviews with Everyday People. She's a great artist, and she made her own comic book a while ago. But now she's excited to announce that she is joining up with some amazing local authors to create a new comic book series. So be on the lookout for next year's volume 1 of Synergy. Check out it's RAFISCHER authors.com. I'm not exact. I don't want to mispronounce it.
Mhm.
For more details on this comic, it is on our Facebook page and on our community page. So every 2 millennia, the universe judges itself during an ancient energy called synergy. There's always a balance in nature, so it creates 2 powerful entities from source, light and dark. If light prevails, the universe's dark energy the universe uses dark energy to keep expanding. If the dark should be victorious, the universe collapses on itself until another light wins, thus creating a new Big Bang.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Will this year's apocalypse delay for another 2,000 years, or will everyone return to the source? And it's written by Rachel Fisher and artwork by Haley Stokes. She's really, really talented. I know this is not going to do us justice, but we're going to put it up to the screen here. But this is her fantastic art. She has done art for us. If you look at interviews with everyday people, the art of my face that, and she took a photograph that Nikolai has done and turned me
I was like,
into a
every time
logo.
I take a photo, it's like, here's a new piece of art. I'm like, huh.
Yep. And then she has done our most recent Tornado Tag podcast art, which is really good. Actually, I can quick pop them up on screen. No, I
Whoa.
can't. It's gonna cut our mics. But she's really, really good. We love her to death, and we're really excited to support her new podcast, her new comic book. And who knows? We already have a comic book coming that we're gonna do reviews on. Maybe we'll add a local one to the mix, and we'll all read it and support it.
Doesn't get pushed back like twice now.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So maybe we'll not even maybe we will definitely be adding Synergy to our list, and we'll be supporting it and reading it on the podcast. Well, not reading it, giving it spoilers away. But
What if we all picked the
Plus
character and we read it and we acted it out?
yeah, we'll do table readings.
I don't like that.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we're gonna
I'm for
support.
it.
We're gonna
I'm for
support
it.
that.
I feel like the drama of high school all over again when you're
Yeah.
like reading popcorn and it's like, oh, do not pick me. Do not pick me.
Yeah, but we get the book ahead of time.
And then you count to
You
see which
rehearse.
part's going to be yours so you
Yeah.
can practice
Yeah.
in your head.
You can pick your favorite character.
Yeah, and then we had a interesting Sony news come out that no one seems to want to cover because it's Sony. So a viral video is appearing online implicating a Sony senior executive for allegedly trying to meet with a 15-year-old boy. George Capetto, I don't know how to say his last name, the senior vice president of president engineering on PlayStation Network, has been working with Sony Interactive since September 2013, but this video has led to an immediate termination by Tony. So if you head over to the YouTube channel People vs. Preds, they posted the video earlier today with screenshots and messages and pictures that were supposedly we don't want to we don't want to get sued.
It's him.
Yeah, it's definitely him. Shared between Capetto and who he believed was a 15-year-old boy. Also accompanying the videos, People vs. President has used a decoy in this meeting, pretending the boy that Capetto supposedly used to try to meet. Sony reacted swiftly to his video, terminating him, and shortly after it appeared online, an email statement, Sony was aware of the situation, and the employee in question has been terminated from employment. So, yeah, Sony's executive doing some dirty things.
Like, I feel like now there's so many shows and stuff about this, right?
Yeah,
Like, if I was a predator, I would not trust who I'm
and this
seeing.
guy was like
Yeah.
60.
You can't even trust seeing the person.
Yeah.
It's like I shave and they're like, oh, you're under 18? No,
Yeah.
I'm 28.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like how dumb.
And he was
like,
65.
I want them
Like,
to get caught, but
what
also
makes you
like,
think a 15-year-old will be into you if you're 65?
Money.
I just feel
like,
like,
yeah.
how do you
That's
not
right.
Handy.
Nikolai's right.
money?
You want
Well,
that
like,
new
how do you
PS5
not
little
assume?
guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I'm
gotta
gonna get
hook
Because
up.
you got to think the age of like 15-year-old girls. What are they thinking now? They're thinking the money. They're thinking
or someone to take care of
Or
something.
this is the other
Yes.
thing.
Sugar daddy.
The kid will do it and be like, oh, he was inappropriate with me. Give me millions.
Yes.
Yeah.
either or.
You win.
I would just
I would just, but I feel
Family's
like
in on it.
Yeah.
I would just assume.
go for it.
Oh,
Just
this
one
is
time. All
fake.
it takes is once.
Like,
You
I'm.
wanna go to
I'm about
Neverland
go to jail
Ranch?
right now. Like,
Yeah.
It does
I
say
mean-
that book is coming out tomorrow.
What's
So
it?
we'll see. Little Room. It's on the docket, but it's December.
the one we're gonna read.
Yeah.
Lunar Moon. Yeah.
We'll see.
I thought you said litter moon at first. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
it's about
not what we're
cat litter.
reading. I was like, I don't remember
It's a comic
talking
about some cats in a litter box.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't agree to this.
so essentially, just stay away from children. Don't fucking be a dirtball. But
I don't,
Dude,
dude,
I
I
don't
always
rape.
I don't get
always
that.
watch those fucking videos.
See, I
People
don't
get
either.
caught, and you're just like,
Mhm.
what? Like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like,
Yeah.
it's just fucked up.
That's what I mean. Like all that stuff. Like you would think they would just not
That's not my fault.
do it.
Yeah, don't
Or-
don't be dirtballs. Just stay away from children. But yeah, so for some reason that's not being talked about on video game sources because
Well,
don't
some. I
wanna-
mean, don't say not all.
the major ones are not covering it.
But like,
Maybe they just don't want to.
No, because
Touch it
Sony.
no,
fucking
because I
pays
think
money.
even if it was Xbox, I don't know if they would put that.
Xbox said they were going non-digital and the world erupted.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that isn't sexual scandal.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah.
One is touching children.
Different.
The other is, oh, we're not having a disc.
Yeah.
Sorry. There's a.
Yeah.
We talk about
You can flip out about anything about video game wise, but like I understand if a site doesn't want to cover sexual stuff.
Yeah.
listen, it's part
Maybe
of
that's-
it's part of
I
your
don't know.
industry.
It is, but it
not,
isn't.
Not much. What I'm saying is not much negativity goes up about PlayStation.
Okay.
I think
If-
you think that.
I
But
know
think
that.
I think they equally get negativity and positivity.
I
Just
don't-
like
I-
AEW and WWE.
I
They both
disagree.
they both have
I don't
people
really follow
talking
either.
trash.
Yeah, I don't either.
No.
I follow a lot of video game news, and Sony does not get a lot thrown their way.
Yeah, see, I don't follow them.
Yeah.
They're-
And positive news: Sony is supposedly softening their stance more on a Game Pass style subscription service for their members.
They
What
said they're
that
gonna
will
put
entail.
Plus and Now together to make a Game Pass, but they haven't really announced.
I
it.
feel if Sony, if you don't do here's all of our exclusives day in one, it's a waste of time for everybody.
What's plus and now?
Who knows?
Plus is online. You play online,
Oh.
and then now is like you can play some games online. It's like their Game Pass, but not as much.
Yeah, not as much, and you don't get like the newer stuff, and you don't get a lot of their exclusives that they still try to charge $60 for brand new. Like if you want to go play Uncharted 3, it's like if you try to buy it on their website, like
We're at Uncharted 4 now. Well,
Yeah.
have you know Uncharted 3 will rank you about $20.
yeah. But I'm saying if you try to buy it on, well, you can't. Well, first off, you can't even buy
Why
it.
don't you just wait? Just like I know it's like the new hot thing. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. But
Yeah.
just wait.
If you do
until it
wait, you
becomes
buy a
like-
used game. Yeah, half
Yeah.
price.
Yeah.
You've lived
Yeah. I
bought
without it.
Guardians.
a lot of times,
$25.
I like digital games, and a lot of sales that happen on the PlayStation Marketplace, they don't put a lot of their exclusives.
Yeah,
on
see,
sale.
you can get a physical game cheaper before you can get a digital game.
Yeah, you can get PlayStation exclusives cheaper at like GameStop and all those other places, but if you want to buy them digitally, they almost rarely
And
never go on
Nintendo's
sale
like that too. Nintendo never runs sales on their
Yeah.
stuff.
on their exclusives. Where Xbox is like, hey, Halo's 6 months old. Here's a sale where you can get everything for $20. You know what I mean? But that'll be for Game Pass. So, but yeah, I don't know. If you're a Sony fan, that's one bad news, and then I gave you the possibility of a Game Pass, which is exciting, or a Game Pass style service.
Which I looked that up. I don't like that you can't buy a whole year. You have to buy months.
Per month.
Really?
Yeah, it's either per month, which is $15, or what chunks of 3 or 4, which is
Yeah.
50.
Hmm.
You cannot buy a whole year. I'm like, I don't like that.
That's weird. I wonder
not?
why.
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking at all the different things, and like, I don't need to stream from my phone. I don't want that. But then I can't get gold because if I just buy the $10 Game Pass to only just play online or play on my Xbox, which that's all I care about.
Yeah.
I don't get gold. And to buy gold, it'd be $10, which is $20, which is more than Game Pass Ultimate, which is $15.99
Yeah.
or $14.99.
I just bundle it together.
Yeah, which is $14.99
Yeah.
a month. And it's like, I don't see. I know what will happen is I'll get it and I'll not play anything. So a month will go by, and like I just wasted $15.
A lot of those games that you kickstarted, like on the course of
Mhm.
this podcast, like River City Girls and all those
Yeah.
games, like you one up them, they're all on Game Pass.
Yeah, but I mean, I got a physical copy.
Yeah. But I'm just,
So it's not like it wasn't worth it.
yeah, you're more of the physical. Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm saying like it was cool for me because I remember you guys talking about it, and I was like, man, I really like to play those games.
Yeah.
Boom, they're on Game Pass. Like I was like, oh, these are really fun. One last little news, and it's more or less to plug some of the table. Anthony, I've been poking and prodding under the share stuff, but he makes the video game highlights and really fun stuff on his YouTube channel. It is on our community page, and I am going to be linking your stuff to the Not Cool in High School YouTube page too, so it pops up on the bottom so people can go to it. But he made a little highlight video of his first time playing a Spider-Man in the new Fortnite update. So there is a brand new Fortnite update. What is this, season 4?
What is it? Chapter 3, season 1, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. The map has now flipped upside down. It's a new map, so everything that
So
was north
weird.
is now south north. Because it's wintertime.
Oh, I thought you meant like
No,
you're playing the game upside down. And I was
Yeah.
like, wow.
So there was this
weird.
giant orb, like
You
energy
just
orb.
walked into Stranger Things. Isn't the upside
Yeah,
down?
we are.
Yeah,
It's
but
essentially
We
like,
are in the upside down.
and then your character's like walking like this, and when you jump, it's like whoop.
So
Yeah.
essentially using this is say this was the map you played on.
Uh-huh.
The map then turned like this, and there's another map.
Oh,
But
okay. I
when you
understand.
see the photo of the map, there's actually a space in between them, like a hollow earth.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like a flat Earth. So
Yeah.
flat Earth's like Fortnite's telling us something. So it's like a hollow Earth, but then the old map is still underneath.
Oh, okay.
Like
Now I understand.
so, I don't know if it will eventually get to that point where you can flip worlds. Who knows? But the new map is really, really fun. There's a lot of cool things. The Daily Bugle is now in it, which it shows you that the last character you unlock second to last character you unlock is Spider-Man. And they've added Spider-Man, and then the very last suit at the end of the battle pass is the symbiote suit, the black suit. And then when you do the bonus levels, you unlock his all white suit, the white and white.
Future Foundation.
There it is. And then there's more stuff coming, but they hide some of the future stuff to come. The bonus character is going to be The Rock is now in the game as the Foundation, which is like this essentially the best way to describe it is like in Loki, where they had that organization that kept the world at balance.
Like
Yeah.
the timekeepers.
The timekeepers.
Timekeepers,
So the
yeah.
Foundation is like the timekeepers of Fortnite, and everything's going wild, and he has to come in and fix the world. Yeah, and it's The Rock, which is kind of fun.
And
So-
it's actually The Rock.
It's
It's
actually
not
The Rock.
just here's my face.
They licensed them.
He also voices it. And
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot of fun. This new season's been really cool. They
He's a
added new
busy
guns.
man,
and
The
Yeah.
Rock, isn't he?
Mhm.
you gotta fucking do it all. You never know when your clock's gonna hit. But yeah, the new season's really fun. So if you want to check it out, if you also want to add us, head over to our community page and we'll and shoot us a message like, hey, what's your guys gamer tags? If you ever want to play with us, we'll put them in there so you guys can join
Yeah.
us.
You can
Why
have
not?
mine, but you'll never see me on.
Yeah,
I'm on, but I'm not
he's
on.
He's
Oh, yeah.
on, so just send a message.
You do that hiding thing where
Yeah.
yeah,
Hides.
it doesn't-
He
I'm hidden. too many people are just randomly like, when I'm in the middle of a match with people, they're like, "Hey, can I play? Can I play? Can I play?" I'm like, "Listen, hide. I'm hidden forever now." One kid had to ruin it for everybody.
One person.
Way to go,
All
kid.
these people are trying to get a hold of Nikolai. It's one kid that did it one time.
Well, I hope
You
he learned his
ruined it.
lesson.
Ruined it for anyone else.
So Nikolai is online. Just spam him.
Yeah.
Just keep sending messages.
Yeah. You can still party invite him. I've done it.
Yeah.
What I do, I just send it. If I see him online, I'll send him a party invite, and then I'll just spam Nikolai 3 or 4 times. And if he shows up, he's online. Yeah.
Hey, the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is gonna have 2 parts for the sequel.
Yeah. I seen the
Yeah.
trailer. It's really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The new Spider-Man.
2099.
New Spider-Man comes out in a couple days.
Miguel O'Hara.
Yeah. All right. Let's. What are we at here? 37 minutes. Let's quick run through what we're into, what we're watching. We'll start with you again.
Okay, I got a lot, but I'm gonna blow through it real quick.
Yeah.
I wrote it down. Hold on 1 second here as I bring up my notes. Well, like I said, I played Halo. The multiplayer's real good. I'm not into the multiplayer. It's really cool. That's free. The graphics are awesome. So
Looks
and you
good.
can get achievements. And it's cool. That's free. So download it. I watched Masters of the Universe Revelations Part 2. It was awesome. All 5 or 6 episodes. Highly recommend that, especially if you like He-Man. Hawkeye episodes 1 and 2. The 3 was out. I watched 1 and 2. It's okay. It's not must watch, but it's good. Gears Tactics for Xbox. I believe it's on Xbox One too. Strategy based turn
It's fun.
fighting. I really like it. If you like XCOM, it's hard, but it's like it's hard. Like if I made a mistake, it's like, oh, I did this. I can replay it, and now I can. It's not like hard. Like there's nothing I can do. It's just hard.
It's like tabletop.
Yeah, it's like if I use different characters, and I can do this. So it's really good. I got Guardians of the Galaxy, and I played like half of that. That's really good. You only play Star Lord, but the rest of the Guardians follow you around, and it's really funny, and you can control them. Like
I'm waiting for that to go on sale.
yeah, it wasn't $25 for Black Friday. I bought off a guy for $25.
Mhm.
And then the soundtrack's awesome. You could hit you after you build up like God of War. You can hit R1 and L1 and or right bumpers, and like you could rally the party, and they all come together. And like we're getting smoked out there. Cool. What should we do? And he like rallies them up and pep talks them, and he puts his Walkman up and it plays a song and it plays a random 80s song and they do more damage. It's really cool.
That's cool.
So it's a lot of fun. The graphics are really good.
It's everything that Avengers should have been. I heard.
Yes. If they made Avengers like this, you'd be like, wow, Avengers is awesome.
Mhm.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy, highly recommend it. I finished The Me You Love in the Dark, that comic I told you about, where the girl falls in love with the ghost, where she's in a haunted house.
Oh, okay.
It's really good. 5 issues, so the trade should be out in like a month. So I highly recommend that. It doesn't work out. Shocker. her relationship with the ghost doesn't work out.
Just fucking butcher the
Could
ending right
you
there.
believe that?
If you were reading it,
Yeah.
you don't have to now. I
Well, it's
think.
it's 5. I think you can when you read the first issue, you're like, this isn't gonna work out.
You've sparked my interest of comic books again. I will
Yeah.
tell you that.
I got this too. Let me pull this bitch out. This came after I was away in my sabbatical there, and I couldn't read it until I got home. God damn it!
Why didn't you have someone bring it to the hospital so you could read it?
I didn't get it yet because it came after.
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ. Are you pulling out?
I like my amorphous animals.
Whoa.
Here's
Oh, you
the
can
Oh my gosh,
complete
it's a bunny
Usagi
as a
Yojimbo.
samurai.
Yeah. It's every for the first 15 years, every single
Holy
story.
fuck.
It's 2 books here. I read a little bit of that one. It's really good. So it's Stan Sakai. He writes and draws all the Usagi ever.
Oh my
one
goodness.
guy.
I didn't realize how fucking.
It's black and white, yeah, but that was started in 86 or 87. So I read like a couple like 7 issues so
I
far.
didn't
But
realize how Disney the art looked.
yeah, it's not like serious, but I mean it's serious, but like the art's kind of
Yeah.
cartoony, but it's really good.
This is one of the characters that entered these Ninja Turtle.
Yeah,
universe.
yeah. Even though he was like created by, there's a whole thing here where they interview Stan and it talks about why he created him, why he's a bunny, because he thought it was cool if his ears were like together,
Right.
tied up like a top knot. So it's really good. This was $100,
he-
but I
was-
got for 75.
Was he inspired by Ninja Turtles?
No, but I don't think there is the 2 crossovers in the one book, and
I remember having the toy. I love.
yeah, because he even says in that like they did some licensing because this came out. The Turtles were already out, but they weren't like cartoon. So like I don't know how they got. It says in there, but I didn't get to there yet.
Yeah.
How that Usagi joins that, but it's really good. So I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read all of it. So I'll read the first 15 years of Usagi Yojimbo, Bunny Samurai.
Wow.
And that is it.
Nikolai.
So I finally got my Lock and Key comic back. That was signed by Jackson, who plays Bodhi on the show. It got a 9.8.
9.8.
I did think it was weird though that because even though it's the first issue, they did put first appearance of Bodhi, Tyler, Kinsey, and Duncan, but it's the first appearance of everybody. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
why did you?
Yeah.
Why that note?
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Like, well, this is the first appearance of everyone.
everyone.
So why
Yeah.
is the first appearance of all characters?
So I just thought that was weird. However, I just found out yesterday that Dexter New Blood is a thing again.
We talked about it on
apparently-
Bangin' Beers.
Really?
Yeah. So real quick, if you're into the other stuff on the network and maybe you're like, man, I'm not really into beer or in beer reviews. Essentially, Bangin' Beers has kind of taken a new turn. Bangin' Beers is essentially encompassing all of the other shows except we just get drunk and do it. So there has
Not
been
drunk.
we drink beers.
They get buzzed.
We
They
get buzzed. So a lot of pop culture has been entering Bangin' Beers, and we did talk about Dexter, and we talked about Ghostbusters and stuff like that. So if you're into that pop culture, and like Andy Hare wants to talk Star Wars in the worst way, and he wanted to come on the show, and I was like, man, it's just hard to get everybody on, and now we have all the seats are full. So Bangin' Beers has kind of been beer reviews and also like pop culture talk and stuff. So
Okay.
and wrestling might sneak in there and all that other fun stuff. So go ahead, Dexter.
I was gonna say, so we don't need to talk about Dexter.
No.
No, I'd like to hear about
This is what I
Dexter.
want to tell people too is not everyone who listens to this show listens to not like
Yeah.
I guess it was not so much my ego, but I guess my mentality was like, oh, if you listen to one show, you listen to them all. Not everyone's into everything.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to encourage like other like even if we talked about something on one show, it doesn't mean it can't be talked about in this
Right.
one or vice versa. So yeah. But I just wanted to let people know if they want to hear more about Dexter, we did talk about it on there.
Okay. So apparently it came out November 7th. This Sunday will be episode 6.
It's only what 7 or 8?
No. So according to IMDb, they are listed for 10 episodes.
10.
So who knows? It's originally was supposed to be like a mini series. So, but who knows? They may be like, you know what, this did awesome. We're gonna keep going with it. I personally love it. I made the mistake of watching the first 5 from midnight last night to 5 in the morning, and they left off at a major cliffhanger because the first 4 episodes are like kind of like we need to build this new world for Dexter and stuff because we've been away for 10 years. So
It's been 10 years.
It's
Yeah.
funny to see Michael C. Hall like in the old Dexter promo where he's like this, and then you see him now. He's like you could tell how much he's like. It's been 10
So
years.
that's the one thing that bothers me about this show. There's no real bumper for New Blood. It kind of just shows the logo. Where in the original one, he like cooks breakfast and all this kind of stuff, and I really liked that. I know it was like long and drawn out. Maybe not necessarily have to have one as long.
I think they're realizing
but-
that people just now new technology. People
They probably
skip
just
those
skip it.
intros.
That's fine. I want it. I never skip it.
Yeah.
Big
Big Mouth. It rewards you sometimes for not skipping it.
Yeah,
Like,
because it's different.
yeah, they're like you didn't hit skip, so you're gonna get something cool. And
Yeah.
like- yeah.
Well, that was the same thing with Loki. Loki had little keys in that intro, like that would lead you on to either the episode you were
so
watching
So
or
WandaVision.
yeah.
But overall, I'm super excited about where this is gonna lead in. This is not really a spoil of any kind. If you're not familiar about what's gonna be happening in this episode or like in this series part of Dexter, he faked his death at the end of the series. It's been a long time, so that's not a spoil at this point. And he finds himself in New York. I'm assuming in upstate New York.
Like he's upstate, like
Um,
Albany. Yeah.
And he's just living out in a cabin. I'm not gonna tell you who shows up, or any of that.
If
kind
you're a
of stuff.
Dexter fan, you
Ash.
can almost guarantee
Sure.
know who's gonna show up.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
However-
Ash, it's a cabin in the woods.
The person I'm going to leave out. So in the town, there are these girls that disappear, and they're just considered like runaways. And the police chief is like really wants to dive into this. And in the city, there's a particular person from Dexter's past who shows up and is the head of this like Q&A session about missing people. And the chief of police talks to him,
Mm.
and he kind of lets out some information that leads her to go digging into Miami and past things. So her looking into the Miami stuff is a big deal for Dexter, but he doesn't know yet.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Dexter technically was never caught as a killer.
no,
No.
but he also is not Dexter Morgan.
Exactly. Yeah, he
He
changed his name.
is
Yeah.
Jimmy-
Jexter.
James Lindsay is
Yeah.
his last name, and he
Which-
goes by Jimmy.
Which is the last name of the actual guy who created the books, I believe, right?
Oh, okay.
Lindsay, I
Oh.
believe, is one of the guys who was like the creator of Dexter. And they
Oh, I
used
didn't
his
know that.
actual name is the thing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And then the other cool thing about this is Dexter has not killed in over 10 years.
Yeah.
So he's suppressed his dark demon.
It is nice though that we get to see Deb as his voice of reason.
Yeah.
As much as I loved seeing Harry and
He's
his brother
unfortunately not
dies,
with us.
truck killer and stuff. What?
Did Harry?
No,
die?
Harry. Not he's not. He's no longer the voice because I guess he's getting older. He can't
Oh.
do as much as he was
Yeah.
before or something like that. So they went with Deb.
But they do some really awesome like transition scenes. Like if you're a nerd like I am when it comes to that stuff, like they're arguing about things, and he turns his back on her and starts to walk, and it's a clear sweep of the camera moving, and then she's behind the counter on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
And I can't see any breaks or anything, and I know it's all like planned out and all that stuff, but I just think it's so well done
Mhm.
of how they orchestrated it and whatnot. And it's really cool. Just to kinda
It's
see that.
cool to see them still working because they were actually an item,
They were
and then
married,
Mm.
I think. right?
married, divorced, and
Yeah.
still work together. on
Now
the show.
she's married to one of the Abbott brothers or the Avett brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually saw them in Philly after a Phillies game a couple of years back, and she was backstage with him. I'm like, hey, there's Deb.
Yeah. Yeah, she's and if you want to meet Deb and also what's his name from the show, the guy,
Her boyfriend at one point.
the boyfriend, they
Yeah.
will be at Monster Mania this year.
Yep, in March.
In
Yeah.
March.
So I'm hoping, because I have this theory that
Dex-
they
that
announced them,
Michael C. Hall.
and the first of the month, or the first of the year, or the first announcement is going to be, oh, we have now Dexter. Or the other thought is, if they already have him already, is they're going to wait for the week of the last episode to be ready to come out, and they'll be like, oh, while you're watching the last episode, get ready for March because Dexter's coming to town.
Yeah, that might be something we go to and do on a weekend. Go out to Monster
Oh,
Mania.
speaking of that, I'm sorry, I should have said this earlier. Did you see there? I just saw like an article. I don't know if it's real, but they said there's like a 90s con.
There is in
Yeah.
Like
Connecticut.
all these people from the 90s. like,
Yes.
shows.
So we got
Huh.
Boy Meets World stuff. They
Mhm.
got the Lawrence
Topanga.
brothers. They're gonna be there.
Topanga.
Sabrina's
Sabrina,
cast
yeah.
is all gonna. A bunch of them are gonna be
TL
there.
Well,
Two-thirds
LC.
two-thirds of TLC.
yeah, 2/3 of it.
All you need is chili. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And they're gonna keep adding people. It's not like the list is finalized or anything. And
I want to get a picture with Topanga,
They're still hot, by the way.
Yeah.
Winnie Cooper,
I don't know if she's
I don't know
still
if she's
hot.
there. I didn't
So-
know.
and then
She
both
is? I
and then
think she
both
is.
Kellys,
She
Bundy
is
and Kapowski.
at Christmas Con, which is this
The
weekend.
Christmas gone. I know there's
Um,
Steel City this weekend.
Yeah, that was the
But I don't
first and
know
only
if
con
she's
I ever
on.
been to was Steel City.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
wow, I was never there.
It was a
It was
fun.
all right.
Anything else?
No.
All right, Anthony.
I've been watching Hawkeye, which I did watch episode 3. It's not bad. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna get better as it goes on because it's a little bit on the slower side.
That's
Yeah.
one thing I cannot. There's nothing about that drives me to
It's
want to
just
watch
yeah.
that show.
And
Nothing.
that's the
I mean,
problem with
that's fair.
the solo character shows. Like, you know,
Just Hawkeye does nothing.
Mm.
I guess because I was burnt with Arrow, and I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not watching Hawkeye. fuck bow and arrows. Fuck those characters. I don't want to watch it. Fuck Dave Thomas. I'm glad he's dead.
I am. Still
but
am.
but if you're into the character, I heard the show is decent. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not must watch, but not.
Also, I've been rewatching today some old episodes of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
There
Get
you
back
go.
into that.
Mhm.
Getting back in.
Yep. Some pretty good ones. One was actually a Christmas one that I was watching. The Power Rangers couldn't use their powers when they go up to the North Pole to save Santa from.
I love it.
But the villains couldn't use their powers either. So the only way they could beat the villains was like a snowball fight. It's really ridiculous, but it's a really fun
This
way.
is season 1.
This is like season 3.
Oh, but like the original series 1 characters.
Most of them.
Okay.
That's wacky.
They take the snowball fight real serious. Like, we need to do this.
I don't remember if it was like that far, but they do start like throwing snowballs at them.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Picture an elf.
acrobats.
The crazy guitar
Elf
solo.
when he's-
Yeah. jump up and spin to throw the ball.
Yeah.
I hope that.
I didn't know that happened, but it sounds interesting.
That's great. Yeah, there's a lot of that original series 1 stuff that I completely forgot about because it's been since I'm fucking like
95.
like kid. So I
Mhm.
I try to go back and watch season 1, and I got like 7 episodes in. I'm like, this didn't age well.
They have weird monsters in there that it's like
Yeah.
I tried
Why?
watching. I tried watching one of the documentaries on it. I'm like, I cannot believe I
can't-
sat and I watched this as a
Yeah.
kid, and
Loved it.
I got the Green Power Ranger suit or whatever.
Yeah,
wanted it so bad.
I went back and watched, and I was like, wow, it's so corny how they go from the You could clearly see it was like
Yeah.
made in 2 different
Mhm.
countries,
yeah.
and I'm just watching it like I was obsessed with this.
There was even a thing with the Green Ranger where his shield, you could tell that it was definitely they didn't actually get the shield from Japan. It was like a very padded like thing that was like not very good for him for like the American stuff. So you could definitely tell when it cuts from American to Japanese, it's really bad. But it's still fun to watch
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, that's fun.
And the Japanese footage was a couple years older, so it was like more dark and grainy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
There's like
wait a minute.
there's like different
Mhm.
quality.
yeah.
And,
Mhm.
and going back and watching all this stuff,
They
it's
just
like
slapped it together.
Netflix didn't make the quality
Oh,
better.
well, no.
So
No.
it went from like shit to shittier every time. Like,
Yeah, I remember when the form was Megatron.
Yeah.
When it was Megazord.
That's Transformers.
Yeah. It was like real crappy
Crossing
looking. I'm like,
boundaries.
why is it so dark? Like, and there's when they
to
come
hide
together,
shit.
and then it comes. It's like, wait, no, it's not dark. I don't get it. I'm a
There's
kid,
all
but I
of
don't
it
get
on
it.
Netflix.
They actually removed a lot of it from Netflix.
Mm.
I think there's still some. I think Mighty Morphin might still be on there. The new one, Dino Fury's on there, and Beast Morphers. But they are moving towards Netflix only now for Dino Fury and maybe some other projects. So
Yeah.
they're going to be getting some exclusives for Power Rangers on there.
Cool. Kelly.
I started watching Yellowstone. That's
I heard that's good.
It is. It's actually really good. It's a cross between if you ever seen Longmire and Sons of Anarchy. Very Sons of Anarchy like. Very
Oh, it's Cowboys.
yeah, but with cowboys.
Is it a Western like set back in the time or set nowadays?
No, it's set nowadays.
Oh, okay.
So what draws me into it, like I'm not obsessed with it like a lot of people are. People are obsessed with this show to the point where they're out buying the hoodies like Sons of Anarchy, you know, the big Sons of Anarchy
Remember when
patch and
everyone
stuff.
had the
that
Sons
was
of Anarchy
that was big. I
hoodies?
never
Yeah.
watched an episode. But that
We
was
watched
huge.
it
haven't
late.
either.
Yeah. So and then now there's Dutton Ranch, Yellowstone Ranch. I mean, I'm not that crazy over it, but what do I do like out of it? Being the farm girl that I am, I do like the scenery. I do like seeing the ranch hands and stuff because that is a lot of it is very true to what you do on a farm. But it's basically the fight for the land. It's the fight for the Dutton Ranch. Everybody wants that land to promote it and to like build an airstrip on it, to make it into like a housing condo, like trying to build up the country. And it's like they're doing everything they can to stop that and keep it in the generational family.
And what is this on?
This is on Paramount, but I actually got it on Peacock.
I got someone gave me their Paramount. All right. I mean, I subscribed to Paramount. Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's actually really good. There's some good stuff on Paramount. It's
Well-
not like it's like what, $8?
Is that the NBC one?
It's like it's Paramount, so it's like Nickelodeon stuff.
Well, that-
MTV,
yeah, the
Comedy
new-
Central, I think.
I
Comedy
watched
Central.
for some reason Paramount must have sold Yellowstone to Peacock for a little bit. I
Oh,
guess
okay.
seasons 1 through 3,
yeah,
and
follow
that's
with
what
you.
I binged. And I'm like Nikolai, like I could sit down and binge a couple if I really like it.
Yeah.
Good characters in the show. Most of them are good. Everybody usually likes Beth Dutton. She's like the wild woman of the show. She was kind of like Gemma.
Yeah, she's Kate Seagal.
Mm.
Yeah, she's kind of like Gemma, but I think even better. She's a very good actress
Hey now,
who
hey now. Listen, that's big money you're talking.
she's very good. So, and she is wicked, and like it's stuff like kind of like Sons that you cannot turn away. Like it's hard to watch, but you can't turn away from it either. There's like an almost rape scene, just like in when Gemma got raped, but it's a lot harsher. She gets beat the crap out of, but she fights every tooth and nail every step of the way. Like she actually kills 2 of them, I think.
Yeah, dude.
And then-
Sons of Anarchy is a show I didn't think I was gonna get into,
Yeah.
and then I start watching. I'm like, this is a good fucking show.
No, I start watching that from the beginning. I knew I'd be into it.
Yeah.
I
Hiding.
actually met him.
Oh, which one?
Ooh.
Jack
Oh, yeah,
Keller.
me too.
Really?
Charlie Hunnam. Yeah.
He should have been Green Arrow.
It's funny. I got my picture with him, and then everybody's like, "He looks like your brother." I'm like, "Well,
Oh,
that,
hey.
that just like
Yeah.
over my head."
That ruins a lot.
Yeah.
That ruins a lot.
Oh.
I'm stuck in the dryer.
Aw.
Heidi.
I haven't really been watching much but Christmas movies.
Horror Christmas movies.
Well, then we'll get into that on your topic. So I got the Paramount Plus. I watched the new South Park post-COVID episode. It is fucking hilarious. It is so good. I spoil one thing?
I'll never watch it probably because I don't.
No.
It's so good. If you want to, they're gonna put all of the new South Park movies on there.
Oh, really?
That's where they're all
Oh,
going.
Boo.
So essentially the pandemic happens when they're kids. Something really bad happens. Well, obviously, if you've seen the last one where Stan's dad was doing the weed and he had the cure-all, which was he was jerking off into the weed. And he was curing COVID, but something crazy happens and all of the kids move away and separate. And then it's kind of like Kenny becomes a scientist and he's trying to figure out
How not to get killed?
how not to cure COVID.
Oh.
So now they're in their adulthood and now it's like COVID's almost over. So like it's been 20 years or 30 years and they all come back because Kenny dies and they think that Kenny was getting too close to the cure and somebody wanted it not to end. So it's pretty much everyone from South Park as adults.
Yeah.
And the scene, I won't go too much into it, but the scene that really sets it off is Cartman. Everyone's different except Cartman has fully converted to the religion of Judaism. He is Jewish. And Kyle is not believing it at all. And Cartman goes, "Do you think I would dedicate my entire life to become Jewish just as a rib for you?" He goes, yes, I fucking would. I think you would do that. So it's really, really, really funny. It has a lot of callbacks to older stuff. It's really, really
Do
good.
they make any new episodes of that anymore? I know.
Yeah, they're still doing.
But they
stuff.
don't do like a season anymore, right?
I believe they still do. Yeah, I think
Really?
it's still going.
Wow.
Yeah, like South Park's not over, but now they're doing like the bonus stuff. They actually got a huge deal to do like
I know they several
like
movies
video
and stuff,
games
yeah.
and movies and everything. Also on Paramount Plus, for me, I really like the old Real World. I started watching the Real World all over again, like season 1. I was obsessed with that show. It's really funny. Crank Yankers, I started watching a lot of Crank
I
Yankers.
had that on DVD.
Yeah,
Great.
so there's a lot of really good stuff on Paramount. Very good sleeper. I don't know if there's any exclusive stuff, but you can watch a lot of old stuff. I believe all the old Nickelodeon stuff is on there. It's a cool network.
Well, and then the Paramount Plus is the only place that's going to be streaming the prequel to Yellowstone as well.
Okay, there you go.
So, if you like Yellowstone, I guess you're gonna have to. It's like Yellowstone, like when they originally settled on the land. I
Yeah.
guess. And I know, like my mom and dad are upset over that because they don't have the internet. They can't access Paramount Plus. See what I
Yeah.
mean? So it kind of sucks in one sense because you have some of those older folks that like it.
Yeah.
And you're not going to put it on the actual channel.
And then the other thing I watched kind of goes back to Heidi. I don't know, man. I think we're in a different age of movies and content creating where I think they're taking remakes and reboots and stuff more seriously because I mean Ghostbusters was done really well. People are enjoying the rehash of Dexter. That's why I have high hopes for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm an episode and a quarter away from finishing the brand new Chucky series, and holy shit, man, they did a great job with it. The way they tied, like, so essentially all these Chucky movies came out and they all they were together, but they never really finally described everything, and the universe kind of was convoluted, and it was kind of like, well, did this happen in this? Kind of like Halloween, like we're just like, oh, like they didn't really know what they're doing from movie to movie because someone new would take over and it would just go a different direction. And the last couple ones that went straight to Netflix or straight to streaming services, they started trying to put a universe together and make up for the things they didn't explain in the past. And this TV show kind of mashes everything together and explains the origin of
connects
like
everything.
him as a serial killer, as a human, and how he met Tiff, and then how he gets more into voodoo and how he's doing the transfer of his soul into a doll and to another doll, and then he's figuring out different ways to do voodoo and different things. So it's really tying in the universe of Chucky together. And like I said, I'm almost at the end of the show, and if you're into it, check it out. If Chucky's not your thing, maybe don't waste your time. But if you were into Chucky at all, it's really, really good. I'm enjoying it. I think they do a good job with Chucky in general, but it's really a fun watch. But I don't know, man.
And it's the same.
Is Jennifer Tilly in it at all?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she comes back as Tiff. You
Yeah.
actually find out that that's not actually Tiff.
Really?
Spoiler alert. I'll give you one spoiler. So the girl who we all know as Tiffany, who takes over the doll,
Mhm.
is not exactly who Tiff was at one point in time. She dies, but she
Oh.
learns how to transfer her body into a different human.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's a little thing that Chucky learned how to do eventually at one point as well.
I'd say that was my favorite. Bride of Chucky was.
And
my
I mean, it's not
favorite.
really a spoiler because at some point,
was so-
most of the movies, Chucky was trying to take over the body of a child so he
Yeah.
could relive his life,
Right.
and then kind of adapted the doll and was into the doll thing and not really
Mhm.
going into a human, because you can't really arrest a doll.
Mhm.
But there's one little key thing that they changed with Chucky. I won't give away, but it's not crucial. But there is a reason why he was able to transfer to multiple different dolls.
Yeah, I think I can get that on NBC now or the Peacock app. So I'll probably have to try and watch
It's
that.
I believe it's on
Pretty good.
Hulu, or you can just watch it on, I think it's USA and also Sci-Fi.
Okay.
So if you have a Sci-Fi app, I believe
It's
you
probably
can-
on Hulu then.
it's really, that's how I watch it. It was on Hulu, but it's really good. It's fun to
And
watch.
it's the same guy doing the voice.
It's the same
as
guy
all
who
the
does the
movies.
voice, and it's the same guy who's been writing and directing and creating all of these Chuckies from the past. And
And Andy from like the
original
is in
Andy
it.
comes
Oh,
back.
he
Yeah.
comes in
Yeah.
a couple episodes.
It's really fun. It's a really, really good thing. If you're into Chucky, check it out. It's really fun. I enjoy it. All right, let's get into our topic. We've been going a little longer with Not Cool in High School, like a 2-hour episode, but we're bi-weekly, so I'm cool with it. Like if we go a little longer with these, I don't mind. So like the first hour, we'll try to do like our first half, and then the second hour, I was trying to knock it down to like 45 minutes, but I don't want to limit I don't want to flow. You know what I mean? Like just do it this way. So we just hit the hour mark, which is good. So now we have an hour or whatever, 45 minutes to talk about our topic, which is our favorite Christmas movies. So what we're going to do, we're going to go around the table. You pick one movie, and then we agree if we like it or not. Because if we go through a list, we'll be here all night.
That's
So we'll
too
just go
hard.
like you pick a movie, and we'll go around the table like once or twice. I feel like a lot of movies we're gonna say
Yeah.
Okay,
the
so what do you
same.
clarify Christmas movie?
If it happens during
it
Christmas.
happens during Christmas.
But
Mm.
Santa Claus falls under Christmas movie. Krampus falls under horror Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Yeah,
It's Christmas.
Christmas.
It happens
I
on
can't do
Christmas.
that.
It's a Christmas.
It happens on Christmas.
I get it, but I'm saying like
Well, and give us both of your
Yeah,
one or
a
both of your
a horror
categories.
movie wouldn't be in the Christmas movie section of the store. That's
Chris-
what Nikolai said.
It's Christmas.
no. I agree that it's Christmas.
Yeah.
That's
I
not what I'm
guess-
saying. But I can't say my favorite Christmas movie is this when I have a favorite Christmas movie and I have a favorite horror Christmas
Oh.
movie.
So do your favorite Christmas.
Okay, that's more of what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then,
Like, is it just Christmas?
So there is a horror movie that I would consider a Christmas movie, and I think it counts. So we'll see if it gets said, and if it doesn't,
I'm gonna assume Gremlins.
Gremlins, 100%.
Yeah. That's a Christmas movie.
If
that
Die
takes
Hard,
place during Christmas.
yes,
I didn't know.
It does,
if
yeah.
Die Hard is considered a Christmas movie, then so is
Gremlins,
Gremlins.
yeah.
So is any movie that takes
Happens
place.
during Christmas.
Yeah.
during
Hey,
Friday
when
after
you,
Which
look,
Iron
Man
when
3.
you look up holiday in like the Amazon Prime, Gremlins comes up
Yeah.
for holiday movie.
Which
So
I don't agree with.
There is
because
a
I don't think
Batman
they sat
Christmas
down
movie.
and said
Technically, there's an
We're-
Iron Man
we're
Christmas
going to
movie.
make a Christmas movie, and Batman came out.
Batman,
You know,
for,
that's
Batman
not.
Forever.
It was
takes
we're
No,
place-
making a
Batman
Batman movie.
Batman Returns.
Returns.
Yeah.
takes place during Christmas. It is a Christmas.
So does Friday After Next. I just finished that.
Well, that was 100% a Christmas movie.
Oh God.
They even did the whole animated beginning like Christmas. Like,
I
Yeah.
think I still have that on DVD, or I maybe I might have donated it by
fucking
now.
movie.
So I said I don't like Christmas movies.
Neither do I, but there's a
I don't
few I
have
can
much,
pick out.
and I don't watch them. If I see them once, that's a lot
So
for
do you
me.
even have anything to say? Are you going to just?
I
sit
have a
here
little
mute?
bit to say, but not much because,
Okay.
like, I don't give a shit about Miracle on 34th Street. Any of that bullshit.
Most of my Christmas
I don't
movies
care.
are movies that take place
Yeah.
during Christmas.
And I don't give a fuck. Like, oh, it's the season. Let's watch that. No. What if I said, okay, it's almost my Wayne's World season where I watch Wayne's World.
Some
For 2
people do
weeks.
that.
People are like, you're fucking nuts, right? Right?
No.
Yes, they would.
No.
Yes, they would.
Not really.
Because that's insane.
Well, only
Okay.
people that
I
you
only-
shouldn't be
No,
friends
wait,
with
wait,
would say
wait,
that.
Wait, because I have a True Blood season.
Mhm.
True Blood season starts in spring and goes into summer, and
It's a little
honest
weird.
to God, I sit and
little
watch
weird.
True Blood.
People have their.
Well,
Just being
people who
honest.
disagree with you, you shouldn't
Yeah.
be friends
Well,
with.
I agree with them, though. If I said
Well,
I only
okay,
listen to AC/DC in July, you'd say, why?
It's a good summertime band.
Yeah, but it makes no sense.
And I
If
But
you
no one
enjoy
says
something,
you can't
you-
watch Christmas
If
movies
you,
all
if
year
you
round.
enjoy something, yes,
Yeah,
you can enjoy
Hallmark says that all the time.
whenever you
Just
want.
do it all year.
Yeah.
now they're the ones
Yeah,
I
watch
can't
what you
handle.
want
I
when you
can't
want.
handle Hallmark
They're
movies.
awful.
That's a no.
Well, we'll
Some
start-
of them are really.
We'll start with you, Andy. What is a movie that you would pick?
So I actually own 3, so I brought them.
Oh my
Oh, there you go. I'm sorry, everyone at the table. I'm very more excited to see what Andy's.
You
three
can
picks are.
probably guess them.
Only tell us one right now.
Okay,
One at a time.
One at a time.
one at a time. Well, it's because of the actor. Jingle All the Way.
That was on TV earlier.
Arnold, that's why I like it. I don't even really consider it Christmas because it's Arnold and it's an action movie.
It's
called Jingle
100
All the
it's
Way.
called
That's
Jingle-
That-
100% a Christmas
I don't-
movie.
It's
I don't-
about getting
don't-
a toy.
Yeah.
I don't care about the Christmas part.
Which
I want to
act-
see Arnold fight people and shoot guns.
Okay, I do like the.
It
where
doesn't
he
matter what
fights the
time it
Santa
is.
Claus is.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes.
I like that.
Speaking of
Also
Jingle
red
All the Way,
DVD.
they actually Walmart has an exclusive
Turbo
Turbo
Man.
Man figure,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the original one.
Which upsets me.
It's like $30.
You went out of your way to
Horribly.
find that.
Because guess what? I have the original in the box,
You didn't pay $30, did you?
Oh wow.
and I have a shit ton of the new ones.
Yeah.
Because now they're
A lot of
available.
my Christmas movies are going to be in the category where I don't think they need to be Christmas movies to watch them.
Oh, okay.
Like Jingle All the Way, I think you can watch and just enjoy. It
Yeah,
doesn't have to be Christmas.
Sure.
I like how
I
this.
mean, you can watch anything whenever you want.
This
Yeah.
it's a DVD for those that are only listening. And
And one's
si-
wide-
Side A is widescreen and side B is full screen.
Yeah, love
That's
that.
old.
Old school.
You gotta
yeah.
love that.
I'm going to be honest. Did not expect Jingle All the Way to be
Really?
a
I didn't
pick.
No.
expect you to like
Arnold.
it.
So the only Arnold movie I don't like is the one where he's pregnant.
The one reason.
Oh, what was that? What was that?
Mother.
Mother, dad, I don't know. I
I
didn't
forget.
Yeah, it was not. It
Before we
wasn't
get in
good.
trouble, let's
Yeah.
move on. That's gonna take one off the board for Nikolai, I know, because that's definitely on his
What?
list. So Jingle All the Way, that's gonna be one of your
Oh, it's
favorites.
not
right?
my top.
No.
I mean, yes, it is. It's up there, but it's not. There's definitely much higher ones.
All right.
on the list.
And if there's a movie that you would say like, oh, that's definitely on my top list, you can chime in and say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely on the top.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have as many Turbomans as I do. It's not.
All right, Nikolai, what's one of your picks?
One of them would be the Santa Claus
With
The
Tim,
Santa
with Tim
Claus.
Allen.
with Tim Allen. Yes.
Yeah.
With Tim Allen.
All right. Any reason why? Does it stick out?
I don't know. I liked that it was so different than anything else, like Santa wise, that I'd seen before. And I really like Bernard. Like I don't know. I just like that it's like this guy who is going or like is divorced and all
Yeah,
this
he's
kind of
going through a
stuff.
rough time.
He
The whole
doesn't
premise is
believe in Santa and all
He
this
was
stuff.
a non-believer who then became Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he walks outside because he hears something on the roof, and he's like, he sees Santa on the roof, and he's like, "Hey, you!"
Get
and
off the
Santa slides,
That's
and
right.
he kills Santa, and he puts the coat on, and he's like, "Well, now you're Santa." So I don't know. There's a lot of like
And then they
iconic
made-
memories.
They made like 14 of those.
I was gonna
right?
say, wasn't
No,
there a
there's
sequel?
only
there's only
three.
There's only
yeah.
3.
That's too
They're all
many.
wonderful.
It's a
They
good
are
one.
wonderful.
It's a good
They
one.
are.
I would
That's
say
one-
number 3 was a stretch.
No, listen, that's one of the better ones.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Number
So we-
3 was Jack
so-
Frost basically
Yes.
wanted to
He
become
wants
Santa.
to be Santa.
Oh,
I like that part, but the time travel thing was a little
Listen,
too much.
That is the one prop that I would love to have more than any, like at least clothing piece. I want Jack Frost's suit. I want a blue suit that looks frosty.
Our fright box came in, or whatever the hell it's called.
Sobe.
Zombie box, and the autograph
didn't
was
get our
a
other
Jack
one.
Frost autograph.
I had a feeling.
Not that Jack Frost.
no.
Horror movie Jack
So
Frost.
there's
Yeah.
there's several Jack Frost, yeah,
The horror movie one.
There's Michael Keaton, Jack
Yeah.
Frost.
which funny enough is one of my other favorites.
I was gonna say that was
Yeah.
a cute one too. I
Anthony.
can remember
I
when
think I
I was
only
little.
saw that one once.
Home Alone.
Yes,
Probably one of my
that's my
favorites.
first. That's
Yeah.
my
That-
number
that's
one.
what's number one for me as well. That's my number one pick. Home Alone. I think as an 8-year-old, 9-year-old boy, Macaulay Culkin just completely tears it apart. He does a great job. The movie's timeless. It's a movie where you see a guy who plays serious gangster movies just become a complete comic,
Yeah,
and it's just a lot of fun. It's
the
one of those
music
movies.
in that was
Yeah.
awesome too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's something you gotta credit the music there, like the da, da, da.
Yeah.
I can't sing,
Yeah,
so
fucking Home Alone.
But-
Home Alone is a home run.
yeah, it is a home run.
The song with the airport, every time like you're rushing to go
Yeah.
do something, you feel like
Yeah.
the song's gonna come
Run,
on.
run, Rudolph.
Yeah, and it's another John Candy film. How can you go wrong with John Candy?
John Candy's in
And
that?
John
Yeah.
Hughes.
Yeah,
It's
Oh,
John
wow.
Hughes.
Yeah, and they're in Scranton at one point,
they're in
right?
Scranton, and they're the leader
Oh,
of a
wow.
polka
How
band.
about
They
that?
help the mom go home.
If you are a fan of that John Candy scene and his character in it, where he's the polka leader, Roosevelt, the one that makes all those cool button-down shirts where it's all like different scenes from movies, they are selling. I think it's like only $85. You can get the Polka King, the polka jacket with the beer mug where it says Bob his name, and they're selling those jackets on Roosevelt right now.
That's cool.
Oh, cool.
For only like an $85 jacket. I know it sounds steep, but normally a jacket.
Yeah, but if you're a real big fan and you love the movie,
I
and
definitely
stuff,
want one, but COVID fucking hurt our bank accounts. So I sent the Heidi. I was like, by the time we get money, these are gonna be gone. Yeah, so I'll have to probably try to find it on eBay, and it'll be double the price. But yeah, if you want one, go get them. They're really, really cool. Kelly,
So I'm gonna actually pick something that I don't think anybody else would say because my favorite, I'm sure somebody else is gonna say, and that's okay because I'll chime in on it
well,
too.
say your favorite.
Yeah, so
Say it.
Steal it.
Say it.
Are you
yeah.
sure?
Yeah.
It's Christmas
I knew
Vacation.
it.
Yeah.
Every
That's one of my
year,
top
man.
ones.
Yeah.
That's I gotta watch that. Like I'll watch, and that's one I'll put on Christmas Eve and just let it play, let it go.
That's my number 3.
I will say this.
There's too many cool taglines in it.
Yeah.
Quotes.
I think
Hallelujah,
l-
holy shit,
little
is the
full.
time and all.
little overrated. Like I gotta say that about it.
I
Little
think
overrated.
Home Alone dominates.
I seen it in the
personally.
theater.
Yeah.
I saw it in the theater
When I was a
last- or
kid.
couple years ago.
I
think-
saw it on theaters on Sunday.
Yeah, I think it's.
Where? Hamburg.
So a friend of mine, it was her birthday
Oh.
over the past weekend, and she wanted to go, and she rented the theater, and we all went
Mm.
and we watched.
Oh,
Christmas
wow. cool.
Yeah.
Vacation.
I know it was in Hamburg Strand Theater.
Oh wow.
Like this.
It's
last
kind of
weekend
cool
or
to see a
something
movie
like
that
that.
I saw it in
maybe,
Bloomsburg.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Oh, okay.
you didn't have a chance to see because
Yeah.
you're too young or something. It's kind of cool. To see.
Yeah.
They started doing that at the Gratz Drive-In too in the summertime.
Yeah.
They'll have like a throwback night on a Friday
that's
night,
cool.
and like play Jaws or something.
Yeah.
you know, it's
Majestic
the original
started doing
Jurassic.
that. And then they like
Nice.
stopped.
I'm sorry. I was looking at Heidi's notes. She's writing a fucking book here.
Oh, I don't know what else I'm supposed to write.
She can edit.
There is
Yeah.
we watched both of them actually just today. But the Home Alone has a lot. Home Alone and Christmas Vacation has tons of fucking loopholes that don't make any sense.
Well, I don't think
Same every movie.
you don't go
Yeah.
into that expecting Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Well, one of the biggest things is fucking Home Alone is like the whole time there's no phones. At the very end, he's like, I know to call the cops to get them here.
Well, no, that's what I said too. Like, there's no phones, but they're
But they're
calling
call-
all the
They're
neighbors.
calling the neighbors and they hear it over an answering machine that
Yeah,
that our kids home alone.
but they can't call the house because there's no phone
yeah.
What?
because all the power went out.
So they instead of calling the house
But the
like
phone still works when the power's out.
No,
Yeah.
the guy is like, no, your
a
phones are
rotary
down.
would. Yeah, a rotary
Yeah.
phone would, but
so
not a.
in the very beginning, the power and the phone lines go out
Oh, okay.
because of a
And
storm.
the guy's like, it's gonna take a few days to get your phones back.
But they called the neighbor's house and said, "Hey, we're not home. Our kid's there. If you guys are there, go check on it." But everybody in the neighborhood's out on vacation. They're not home.
Oh,
And
okay.
then
because every single person on that block goes on vacation.
They're
for
all rich.
Christmas.
they're all filthy,
And
stinking rich.
they even said not all of them. They were like, there's like 5 houses that are going away. Where's the rest of the neighbors?
and then like the whole time, like he's calling the neighbors, but he can't call his own house.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
they're-
she even
Okay,
calls the
but
cops and
also,
says, I
too,
can't call the house.
We're in New York.
New York.
That's
How-
the second one.
How much?
what do you mean they're in New York?
Isn't
The
don't
second
they
one.
live in New
that's-
York?
They're in
No,
Illinois.
they live in
in
Chicago.
Illinois.
Oh,
Yeah, the
well,
second ones
still,
were in New
it's
York.
city-ish realm, right?
No,
No,
like
they live in the
this
suburbs.
suburbs.
Okay, but how well do you know your neighbors?
That's see, I don't know.
and
You
Rich
may know
people-
a couple.
Rich people don't like
but-
to talk to their neighbors.
well, I,
Well, the kid
I
across the
know, I
street
talk
knew
to
they were going to Paris. knew
Sure.
everything about them.
everything.
But I'm just saying, like, if you call X amount of neighbors and those 5 went away, you don't necessarily know every single house.
What I'm
Yeah.
saying
Or
is, how
number.
did he get a hold of his neighbor directly across the street's phone line, but his phone line to call his own kid is turned off?
Yeah.
Because they didn't have no cell phone.
Because she
Listen,
even said
their
that.
wire in the house is underground.
Yeah.
I have that personally,
Yeah.
so I understand. It makes perfect sense.
Can in a string.
The whole time I watch, I'm like,
Hello?
how did he just call the
Yeah,
cops?
because well, she even calls the cops to go check on the house. She's like,
Oh, and the
"Can you
cops are
go
the
check
worst.
because the
He's just like-
phone's down?"
No one's home. See you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just leaves the kid.
Nothing to say here. It's an Irish cop.
What
He's
makes
not
it worse
here.
is he doesn't say it's the police. He just knocks at the door
Yeah,
because
So,
he
like,
thinks
how
it's
would
the
he know?
robbers.
Yeah, he's like,
It's like
no, he thinks it's the killer neighbor.
Yeah,
Because he sees the killer neighbor.
yeah,
that
that's
or
runs
true.
the house.
somebody. He
Yeah.
thinks it's anybody not.
But he's not like, hey, it's the police. If you're home alone, kid, we're here to save your fucking life. And then he's just like, tell them to count their kids again. It's just like fucking wow, man. Do a little effort to your job. What if the cop would have came in and stepped on all the boobies? Like the whole movie is just like
oh
the cop.
god,
The cop thinks that the robber's in there, and then the end is he's shooting
What's
and
the
kills Kevin
loophole?
McAllister.
Yeah, loophole in Christmas Vacation.
The one that I definitely noticed is when he sees what's his name dumping the sewage into the thing, and then says, "Man, it smells like sewage out here. I wonder where that's coming from." Like
Or it smells like gas.
it smells like gas.
Oh,
But
when
he
he
literally
said
said
that.
like 3 scenes ago
That's
that
true.
the
Also,
gas.
that car would not have made it.
No,
He would have gotten stuck in that snowbank, not flew over it. I love it,
remember that
but
part.
it's still a little odd.
I mean, there's a lot
Still
of
love
odd
it.
things, like spraying the bottom of the thing, and he just like bolts.
that would happen.
Yeah.
I've tried.
And then, but yet he goes through all the woods and everything, and he lands at Walmart, and they can see him on the top of the hill.
Yeah,
Like,
I saw
he
that.
went
I was
for like
like,
miles.
yeah,
Yeah.
gosh.
That was the first
Gone.
time I've ever seen a Walmart.
Yeah.
Because
Well, and I
Yeah, we
said
didn't
that
have
talked
too.
about that.
Yeah,
We
I
talked
said
about
that too because I don't remember
Because
Walmart
growing
when I
up,
was a kid.
we were Kmart's like
Yeah,
Kmart.
we
Yeah,
had-
Ames, Hills.
yeah, Kmart Valley.
So
man.
for our local area in Schuylkill County, Pennsylvania, we didn't have a Walmart to what, 2000, 2001, 2002?
Mhm.
And Sylvia Brown said it was going to fall in.
Yeah. Because
I used no lie. Every time I went to Walmart when I was younger, I would get sick every time. Like I'm not kidding.
Like Walmart.
No, like my like I would literally get sick and like have the shit like every time.
That's just your normal body.
That's just saying.
no, but like every time.
All
I
right,
went
what's
to
your favorite
Walmart.
horror movie? Shit depends.
horror movie?
I mean, Christmas movie.
Well, Home Alone, but Home Alone 2.
Where you take the first movie, but just put it in New York.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
That's
take
a trope that they did in the
you take the first movie and then you
And you
show
moved
that
it.
they're even shittier parents that did it twice.
I did it twice.
and then the third time it's a girl. Ain't
Yeah, it's not Macaulay Culkin.
No, it's a
No.
boy.
It's a boy.
I thought
But it's
the
not
fourth-
Macaulay
and
Culkin.
The fourth one's a girl.
The fourth one might
I
be a
didn't see it.
girl,
I
but
Nah.
the third one is like a younger kid. It's
He has a
totally
Yeah, the
Alright.
third one is when they
Whatever, right?
switch it. I think there's for
They just made a
Right.
brand new
I'll go
one.
look it up. I'm gonna look it
There's
up.
The
a newer
third
one
one's
that just
that
came out.
boy that was he was
like
another-
sick in bed or something.
Yeah.
I think for the third one.
He was in some other stuff around that time. I can't remember what.
Home Alone 2, not as good as the original, but very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good sequel. I
like
mean,
it.
Tim Curry is gonna fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can
And
say
Rob
anything.
Schneider too.
And Rob Schneider.
And Rob Schneider in a
Yeah.
movie.
That movie made me want to go out and buy the turtle dove ornaments, and then I did. I went out and got turtle. I said, Mom, I want the turtle dove ornaments. So she looked high and low, and I got the turtle dove ornaments.
I
Oh
like
my
when
God,
he goes
there's
to the
6 of 'em.
taxi.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
4 is a brown-headed boy. 3 is a different boy. 4 is the girl, and 5 is
What we should do is we should
or
all
6 is some other girl.
we should all binge watch we should all watch a Home Alone movie we've never seen and then come talk
No, I
about it
don't
next
wanna.
time.
Oh no.
I don't want because the new one looks just
Home
it
Alone
looks terrible.
4,
It
taking
looks like they
back the house.
recycled everything.
The only thing
can't do
I
it.
do say I didn't watch the new one, but from the trailer standpoint, it's Kevin's brother is a cop.
Oh, is it his brother?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Buzz as a cop.
I just saw the
That makes a lot of
McAllister and I
sense.
didn't know who
A
was the cop.
psychopath became a
Yeah, I didn't know who it was. I just
Home
saw the
Alone
name.
5,
But it
the-
looks like they recycled everything.
The holiday
Yeah,
heist.
kind
His
of.
quotes, everything.
It's like the differences they made with like the families going to Japan and they're like a British family or something, which I don't understand that.
You know, in Japan, I don't think they do very much for Christmas either. They're like actual Christmas thing is eating a bucket of fried
Yeah,
chicken
fried
from
chicken.
KFC. Yeah.
Home Alone
so that y'all
6,
get the shit.
It's
for
called Home Sweet Home Alone.
Yeah,
It's
that- yeah,
it's
that's the
like
one on
80s
Disney
horror
Plus.
movies.
Yeah. All right. So.
Yep.
All right. Let's get
Good
back on
old
track.
KFC.
So my pick. I know we talked about it before.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna say because most of mine just got picked. I'm gonna say Friday After Next. I think it's a Christmas movie. They definitely went for the Christmas Vacation at the very beginning. They played the Christmassy music, did an animated beginning, and then it's just a story of their house getting robbed by a crackhead crackhead Santa Claus, and then the entire movie they're starting a new job and trying to get their rent money because it
top
was all
light
stolen.
security of the world.
And it's really funny.
I
got
think it's funny.
Terry Crews in it. That's where like Terry Crews makes his like theatrical debut where everyone sees him. Cat Williams
Cat
is in that
Williams.
movie. It's really funny. And if you like the Friday movies, I like all three of the Friday movies. I think the first one's obviously the best, but I think
Mhm.
Friday After Next, the Christmas
I
one's
actually
really
think
good.
next Friday is my favorite.
Next
Really?
Friday?
Next Friday.
I
was
think
my
Friday
favorite.
After Next might be. I don't know. 1 and 3 are good.
Never seen
Yeah,
it.
they're all good.
Holy moly!
I haven't
Don't
seen them either.
Yeah,
I
that-
haven't seen them in years,
No
but when I
comment.
was in high school, I liked the next Friday better than Friday and better than the Christmas one, Friday After Next.
I always had a crush on Ice Cube.
Oh, wow.
and all I can say is, and I whip pussy. He says he's been pussy whipped for his wife for years, and he goes,
Oh.
"I'm not pussy whipped. I whip pussy." But it's the guy who played. He unfortunately passed away. He was the dad.
Aw.
But
He was good though.
Yeah.
he's so fucking funny. Everyone in that movie is so fucking funny. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of where Mike Epps in the second one is where he got his. Everyone's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
who are you gonna replace Chris Tucker with?" And Mike Epps came in like,
Mm.
"We're cool with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely
Yeah.
cool with it. Yeah, such a good. I like all three of those movies. But the
Yeah.
third one, Christmas movie, I'm gonna put that one in there. Friday After Next. Back to you, Andy.
So I'm gonna pick one that I don't own because it's
Oh.
cool. It's kind of like Tim Burton, and it's Bill Murray and Scrooged.
Scrooge.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good
that's a
one.
good one.
But you did bring three,
Yes.
so show me another one you brought.
Okay.
I thought you
Yeah,
were
so-
making him wait.
Yeah.
I
I did too.
I want to. Yeah, I want to see what
This
you
one
brought.
doesn't count, but it counts, I guess. It's the Always Sunny Christmas special.
There you go.
It's technically a movie. It's 43 minutes, and my favorite
I
part
don't think
is
I've ever seen it.
when
That's
it's
a great time run for Andy.
yeah,
43 minutes.
In
That's
and out.
perfect for him.
I got shit to do.
I don't know if
The
I've
best
seen
is
it.
if they're having the party and Frank hides in the couch. when it's so
Oh
hot,
yeah.
in the
Oh,
couch.
yeah, I did see
He
that.
has to take his clothes off, and then he comes out of it like Ace Ventura, the rhino.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
it's so hot.
yeah, it's so good.
I do
And
see
they
that one.
throw rocks at trains on Christmas because
Yeah.
they all have horrible Christmases growing up.
But Scrooged.
Yeah, it was good.
Fun fact: Heidi did not know in Christmas Vacation that the boss is Bill Murray's brother. I had to
Did
tell.
not know
Yeah.
that.
I didn't know
I didn't
that
know that
either.
either.
Also, the
I
what's
know
her name?
him. I
Aunt
just didn't know that.
Beth, that little old aunt who's deaf.
And Bethany.
She, Bethany. She is the voice of Olive Oil
the Navy.
and Betty Boop.
Oh wow.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Because Clark's
I
still in
pledge
the
allegiance
Navy.
to the flag.
Nikolai.
Don't throw me down, Clark.
Is the house on fire?
I'm sorry, I could quote that one all day long.
So I'm gonna go with a horror Christmas.
There it is.
It's gonna be Krampus.
Over Gremlins.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
I don't know. There's just something about Krampus that I really enjoy.
You just like those little gingerbread.
The
guys.
gingerbread man. If I could, those like the one thing that if someone can make those cookies, like the gingerbread, where they look like whoopie pies, but like fluffy, but like slight crunchiness to them.
Somebody send me a
Oh.
picture of this.
Yeah.
They
Now
are
I'm interested.
phenomenal.
Nick,
He's on it.
hold on,
Kelly.
I haven't seen these.
I have Krampus cookie cutters.
I have
we
seen
do.
cookies like that, and
Yeah,
I've
but-
seen whoopie pies, but not a crunchy.
We
whoopie
got a
pie.
Krampus cookie plate and cookie cutter,
Oh,
so
wow.
we have the actual gingerbread cookie cutter.
I don't know if it's the same one.
That's
So there's missing. He's missing a leg, right?
No, that's you're thinking. Of,
Isn't there a ginger dead
probably
man
thinking of
horror
something
movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes, the ginger dead man.
Jen Myers in the chat. What's going on, Jen?
Yay, Jen!
Jen, it's been so long.
Jen's having a baby.
Jen is
my.
having a baby.
Oh.
Oh, well, then
Congrats.
get out of the chat then.
No babies.
The baby's allowed around here.
Actually, Jen, if you're here joining us, put in the chat some of your favorite Christmas movies.
So-
If we forget one, we'll add it in.
That's him when he has a bite taken out of his head.
Oh, his head. His head has a bite. Sorry.
but
They just look so round.
It looks
and,
like a pumpkin whoopie pie.
delicious.
Yeah.
and I just want one.
It would be
Jen
more like
likes
a
Christmas
cupcake.
But then,
Yeah.
yeah, it's almost like a cupcake.
I
But
saw
then,
them with their little
that's
sweatshirts
him
on.
later in the movie.
Fire.
How can you take that serious?
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
They sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks when they talk. They grab nail guns and start shooting the uncle.
So it's like Small
with it.
Soldiers.
Yeah, it's like Small Soldiers. It's I don't know. There's
Oh
just
my god, I remember that
it's
movie now that you
wonderful.
said
Sounds
it.
good.
yeah.
Anthony,
Elf.
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 Yep.
I love Will Ferrell. That
Mhm.
movie did not do it for me.
I
It's
seen
all
it in the
right. I've
theater.
only seen it twice, and the first
Yeah.
time I kind of fell asleep, but I was
I-
really tired.
I
but-
liked it, but it was a little too much Christmas for me.
Yeah.
For my life.
I actually just watched a Will Ferrell movie that everyone hates, but I fucking love it. Every time I see it, I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. I love Everything Must Go.
I never heard of it.
It's like a serious role
Yeah,
he
it's
does.
sad.
His
It's kinda
wife
sad.
his wife kicks him out. He's a
Yeah.
he's a drunk. His wife kicks him out of the house and
Is-
he puts all of his stuff on the
Is-
front lawn and he just lives on his front yard for like a week.
Oh God.
And he's just trying to slowly get his life back together.
Favorite part in Elf?
I definitely like. I would have to say my favorite part is him with the Jack in the Boxes because I found out that the director didn't tell him that they were going to go off. He had a remote and would do it on purpose.
to get his.
To get actual real reactions out of him.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
I would cringe every time he'd have the spaghetti and then the
The syrup.
I'm like,
And actually, for those that don't know, Ralphie from A Christmas Story, the actor who plays that, is in Elf as well. He's one of
He
the
plays
elves.
the lead elf.
He's,
Yeah.
he's
Buddy,
actually
ain't-
he's a producer or a director or
I
something.
think so. Yeah.
Ralph, I believe he did Couples Retreat.
He might have.
The kid who does Ralphie from Christmas Story, he did Couples. That was like one of his movies that like actually took hit big. He's a movie producer. Yeah.
That's cool.
You ever see a lot of Elf merchandise? They don't license Will Ferrell, but they license the
Buddy,
character Elf.
cartoon,
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's like
Mhm.
a cutout of him and his face is blacked
There
out.
was something about that. I
Like the
saw there
cereal
he
has
won't
that.
do a part 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
he
comic
got
I didn't
like
read it,
$28
too.
million
Yeah.
or something they
Yeah,
offered him, and he
he
said
said
no. He's like, the first one was good enough. We
Yeah.
don't need to ruin it.
good call. Will.
yeah, good call on that one. So Mayan is this is an as seen on or a made for TV movie from the 80s. It's the Muppets snowed in, and it's where they all go to
I
love
Fozzie's
it.
grandmother's.
Mhm.
That is one of the best.
And it's like the Fraggles, it's
Yep,
Sesame
Sesame-
Street.
Oh, it's all together.
Yeah,
it's
they all show up.
all the Jim
Muppets.
Like,
Henson characters.
It originally is just like Kermit and the gang.
Yeah.
And then Kermit's like, oh, I think I hear carolers. And then you see the Sesame Street gang
Yeah.
show up, and the Fraggles are in the basement. They live and stuff. And
Yeah, and
Oh,
the guy from the
good.
Fraggles is like he rented the house
Yeah.
too. What
Doc.
Doc? That's
Yeah,
it.
and
his
Sprocket.
dog. And Sprocket. Yeah,
He just wanted a nice,
Like a
quiet
dog.
Christmas out in
Yeah.
the country.
and now he.
And now all these Muppets are ruining it.
yeah, and then Swedish Chef is trying to cook Big Bird.
And the giant turkey that shows up.
Yeah.
He's like, I got this Swedish guy who invited me for dinner. He's like, you don't want to be here right now. Like, get out.
I never saw
so
that.
cute.
And the
It's
snowman says it's too cold outside.
Yeah.
So he wants to stay in where it's warm.
It's actually on YouTube. It used to be. So
Yeah,
if you
it still
search,
is, yeah.
if you search
watched
it,
it the
and
other
then
day.
some of them have like, and I love seeing the one with the vintage like 7-Up commercials and stuff.
Mhm.
That totally like I go right back to my childhood. Then
It might
Love
be on Peacock because they own the Muppets.
Well, Peacock. I've been actually going back and watching
see.
from season 1, Saturday Night Live.
Oh, wow.
I'm going back and watching all the Saturday Night Lives. And very first episode of Saturday Night Live, one of the big things for them was there was a mini skit they did every episode was a Jim Henson skit, and they used the Muppets.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No,
Yep.
I didn't know that either.
Yep, the Muppets didn't start, but Jim Henson got one of his breaks on Saturday Night Live, and so did I believe the Simpsons. Something like
Yeah, I
that.
think
Yeah,
the
there was a
Simpsons
short
did, yeah.
skit on the.
I
yeah.
thought The Simpsons was Tracy Ullman's show.
It might have been. I'm thinking of something else then. I don't remember. But yeah, the Saturday Night Live was a launching pad for a few things. But yeah, Jim Henson was also on the season 1 of Saturday Night Live. Heidi.
The Grinch.
Which one?
Do I have to pick?
Which one?
Yes,
Yeah,
they're two different
No,
movies.
there's three
Three.
different
There's
ones.
3.
You
Yeah.
got Benedict Cumberbatch. You got Jim
So-
Carrey,
And then the
Cartoon,
original
yeah.
animated one.
whoever that is.
Yeah, you do have to pick there. You have to rule that down.
I don't know.
If it's not Jim Carrey,
Carrey,
you just
yeah.
say that's-
I mean,
that's
I
the-
used to watch the old one before this one came out,
Mhm.
like every year, but now I just watch Jim Carrey one.
Never seen any of them.
Jim Carrey's is
It's
fantastic.
good.
Yeah.
It's good up until right when his heart cries, then you can turn it
Oh,
off.
shut up.
What?
Right when his heart grows, turn the movie off.
Why?
It's-
No.
Because it ruins
What
the rest.
happens then?
he loves Christmas.
He likes Christmas
well,
and he gets
isn't
his
that
little
what-
girlfriend.
He was all
back.
That's
alone.
what it's about.
Essentially,
Isn't that
in
what
the-
happens in the regular one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the reason the Jim Carrey one's so good is because it's Jim Carrey. He's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it's good because it actually describes more of his backstory of why he hates Christmas because the
Okay.
townsfolks like just fuck with
They're
him real
mean.
bad.
And see, in mine,
Yeah.
he kills everyone in the town, and then he still hates Christmas.
Essentially, that's
God.
what he wants to do.
Yeah, that's my Grinch.
Here's a way we can connect you. Possibly, I don't know if you probably think they're trash anyways. Cindy Lou Who in that became the lead singer for the Pretty Reckless.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
yeah.
who-
And some of
Reckless
those,
are.
some of her songs from
Uh,
that band are actually in rock band right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
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 And
No.
I like her. That's a little on the metal,
I don't remember what her name
hard
is.
rock side. So
Since she said my pick, I will say what everyone somehow forgot, but that is a Christmas
I
story.
knew it.
A Christmas story.
Can't stand. it.
yeah, that one. That's like I don't know.
You want to talk about quotes?
I like
You know-
it, but
You know what my
Not
mom
as
hates
Christmas
Fragile.
Vacation.
about that movie? She hates that it takes place in the 50s, right?
Yeah.
But the wife has a 1980s hairstyle. And when she pointed out, I'm like, she does.
Oh my goodness! Is this
Who,
what you're
who
getting? Is it,
pointed this
My
out?
mom.
Your mom.
And
we
I was
need
like,
to- we need to have your mom on the show.
and I was like, it's
Yeah,
yeah.
his
Why
mom
did they
sounds
fucking,
cool, doesn't she?
Why did
She was
they fucking
before the
do that?
times.
I
Why
want to
did they
hear
give
your
her a
mom.
fucking
I
hairstyle?
want to hear your mom like, you know, I fucking hate that movie.
Yeah. I like the lamp. I want the lamp, but
Yeah.
it's expensive.
It's like $300 a
Yeah.
year.
You can get
That's
mini
the one
ones.
thing I
Yeah.
love.
No.
The wife like
I love the lamp.
strategically knocking it over.
My favorite is every time the
Was
dad
like-
comes
I don't
home.
like when he
Sex
slams
in
the
the
dog's
window.
door or the ear in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite part is when every time he
Oh.
comes home and the dogs are just
Yeah.
fucking annoying him. And he's like, these fucking dogs.
I
Stop
hate
his
that kid.
hands.
Well, I hate the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I want to punch him right in the face.
Who Ralphie?
And the brother,
I
oh
hate
my
it.
god.
I can't put my arms down.
Meatloaf,
How does-
meatloaf. I hate meatloaf.
At the end of my movie, he dies. And then,
the
and
little
then-
brother is
and then the
weird.
husband leaves the wife and he buys stock in the leg factory and becomes famous and they makes leg lamps.
Yeah.
And he's happy. And she gets a 50s hairdo.
She goes back to her normal
Yeah.
time.
So what you would have rather seen her in like 50s victory roles or something?
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have a 1980s hairdo.
That's
If the
something
movie
I
is set in
never
the
picked
50s.
out. So your mom's pretty
Yeah.
up
Yeah,
on the
I
up
would-
there.
Yeah. All right, last round.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
did you go?
Yeah, just a Christmas
Oh,
story.
okay. So I got a deep cut. No one got this one.
All right, well, tell us what it is, and then I want to know what third one you brought.
This is the third one.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Comedy Central original Hebrew Hammer.
He
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that the one with Andy
Jewish
Dick? He steals
yes.
Christmas?
Yes.
That's
Oh my
awesome.
God.
Andy Dick steals Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is Hanukkah time. I'm gonna
yeah.
read the back real quick.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
funny one from what I heard.
I can't think of
It's
anymore.
great. Who's the certified
I can.
circumcised private dick that's a sex machine to all the chicks? Meet Semitic super stud Mordecai Jefferson Carver, aka the Hebrew Hammer. When a psychotic Santa, Andy Dick, tries to destroy Hanukkah by hypnotizing Jewish children with bootlegged copies of a Christmas classic, It's a Wonderful Life, it's up to the Hebrew Hammer to save the day. Together with Mohammed, Mario Van Peebles, head of the Kwanzaa Liberation Front, the Hammer takes no prisoners in his quest to hunt down the renegade Santa and make the holiday season safe for all.
This is
It's
fantastic.
awesome. And it's hard to get.
Yeah.
Who plays the Hebrew Hammer?
Adam
It
Goldberg.
sounds like
I don't think he
a
was that famous.
porn.
Yeah.
No,
It's
he
so
but
good.
he writes the Goldbergs TV show.
Oh, that's so fucking
Yeah.
funny. All right.
I'm gonna rewatch that one because I haven't seen it in years. But it's
Hebrew
so good
Hammer. Nikolai.
for Hanukkah time. Man.
So this one I believe was a made for TV kind of thing, but back when it was like ABC Family did their own things. The movie was called Snow, with Tom Cavanaugh as Santa. Basically the storyline is it's getting close to Christmas and there's this hunter who decides he needs some reindeer for the zoo to display Santa's reindeer kind of thing. And he actually kidnaps one of Santa's real reindeer. And without, all the reindeer, the sleigh can't fly. So what I really like about this concept of this movie is Santa can travel through mirrors.
Oh wow.
And that's kind of like how he goes from place to place
Oh,
so
okay.
quickly. So he goes and rents this room at this place where like the one who's like in charge of the zoo or at least works at the zoo that has like all the access to it. He rents the room there and he ends up falling in love with her and all that kind of stuff. And says that he's Santa Claus and all this. And like he talks about how like Santa was actually a curse at one point. Like it was this like really rich sultan and
Mhm.
he would never he treated all his people horribly and all this kind of stuff. And he was cursed to be this like giant giver. And the curse just kept getting passed down. And that's why Santa gives one day a year to everyone
Oh,
kind of thing. It was just like an
I never
interesting
heard
like
of this.
take to it. But it was an ABC Family original. I really enjoy it.
All right,
Yeah.
Anthony.
Never heard of it.
So this one, it's a little bit out there. It's a Disney one. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas.
Oh, Mickey.
And basically it's different stories of the different major Disney characters. So one is Mickey and Minnie are trying to buy the perfect gift for each other, and they have to end up selling something or trading it away to get something that they want, and then they realize like, oh, we actually got each other the thing that we needed instead. So they did something
So
really nice.
It was almost like Gift of the Magi then.
That
You ever see
hairbrush
that?
and the cut the
Yeah.
hair to buy the
Yeah, so that was the Gift of the Magi, and they used to do it down at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair every holiday season. It was the Gift of the Magi and a Christmas Carol. So you would go, you'd get something to eat, you'd watch these two little plays play out, and that's what it was. It was the husband and wife duo. They were too kind of like poor to buy each other stuff, so the husband hawked his pocket watch,
Okay. Yeah.
and she sold her hair for a wig to get him the pocket watch chain,
Mhm.
and he hawked. The
Wasn't that
watch.
A Wonderful Life they did it too? Or
No.
Mm-mm.
And then
Old school movie.
he hawked his watch for a pretty barrette for
Mhm.
her. And her hair's gone and he has no pocket watch, but they both sacrifice things they love to gift them something else. I'm sorry, I love that.
Yep. Kelly, what's your pick?
Oh man, this is tough because I have so many. But if I really have to boil it down, it's going to be Patrick Stewart's Christmas Carol from TNT.
I bought that for
years
my
ago.
mom. years ago.
Patrick
Yeah,
Stewart from Star Trek?
Yeah, he's
Yes.
Scrooge. Yeah,
He's
My
Scrooge.
mom
He's
asked-
excellent.
Okay.
Is that her favorite one too?
I don't know if it's her favorite one, but she asked for it for 1 year and I bought it for her.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Heidi.
I think it's a TNT movie.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's a TNT movie.
I don't know. This is tough because like all my favorites are already talked about. Noelle was pretty good. If anybody's seen that, it was Anna Kendrick.
No.
Oh yeah, that was
Like,
a really good movie.
Yeah, like
Where-
her brother, I think, is in line to be Santa,
Yeah.
like the new Santa, but she wants to do it.
yeah,
He
and
has no
does-
interest.
Yeah, he wants to go be like a yoga instructor.
I never
Yeah.
heard of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
No.
nowhere.
it's on
Yeah.
Disney Plus. That's where it got
Yeah.
released.
Pretty cute.
So I have two that I was thinking of, but then I had to look into it, and they're both technically Thanksgiving movies, so they're not Christmas. But two runner-up
Charlie
holiday
Brown?
movies, two runner-up
Mhm.
holiday movies, and they both have an actor we talked about in Home Alone that I really, really love. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and also Uncle Buck, I believe, took place
Early
at
Christmas.
John
Thanksgiving.
Candy.
They're Thanksgiving movies. But I will pick my Christmas movie, and I'm torn here because it's two more comedy movies I really, really like. And one would either be Scrooge with Bill Murray, or I'm going to go with my actual pick. And only because I really relate to it in a way, but not as many
Oh,
Four Christmases
Oh, Four
it's a good
Christmases
movie.
is so good. I forgot about
with
that one.
Reese Witherspoon and
Vince
Vince
Vaughn.
Vaughn.
and Vince
Never
Vaughn.
heard of that.
I used to really like it because that's how we used to do Christmas.
It's
Because
so good.
Sam's parents are split, so you'd have to go to his mom's, his dad's, his sister's, and then my mom and
Ooh,
dad.
that sounds
A
exhausting.
lot.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
essentially in their
I
movie,
caught that. I was
Four
like, that's
Christmases,
it.
both their parents are
No.
split, so they have to do four
Go to your
Christmases.
sisters, and who's
Oh.
there is there.
And what
Yeah.
they end up doing in the movie is every year for Christmas they go on vacation and they
And
just
lie
skip
about it.
and they
They
lie
lie.
about it and they
They
don't go
say
to,
like they're helping kids or something like in
Yeah.
another country,
Yeah,
like
Getting
teaching them how to
vaccinated.
do things,
then
and then
Hawaii,
they
yeah.
end up getting caught in the airport because their flights get
Yeah.
canceled.
And the news shows up,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh," and
so they have to they're stuck this Christmas going
Oh,
to
Vince
all
Vaughn
four.
played Santa Claus. Fred
he
Claus.
did. And
Claus,
Fred
yeah.
Claus.
Fred
Well,
Claus.
I've
Well, he
never
played
heard
brother.
the
of
little
that
brother,
Yeah.
right?
But
Never heard of it.
it's really funny
Mm.
and Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon are a great
So
couple
good, yeah.
the
They are.
entire time until they're around their family, and then they were like, we fucking hate each other. Like they're like, we need to get out of here. We need, like our families are ruining our relationships because they're so dysfunctional. Like Vince Vaughn's brothers, like always trying to fight him. The one
which
scene,
is John Favreau, I
this
think.
is John
Yeah.
Favreau. The one scene they go to her parent, like her side is like all uppity, rich, super religious, and his side of the family is just fucking white trash.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and like the
Well,
scene-
his brothers are, and then his mom's very like hippie. Like
His name actually in the movie is
Yeah.
all of his siblings are named after different cities that they had sex in.
that
or
they were
something
conceived.
that they were
Yeah.
conceived in, and he's just like, that's not my name. I changed it. And then the one scene he's holding they're holding a baby and the baby pukes,
Yeah.
and it reminds like, and he's like, get away, I'm gonna do it too.
Doesn't Reese beat the crap out of some kid in the bounce house? Too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Beat
she's
the
trying to get the
kid.
pregnancy test back.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because
My favorite is when they're playing a game. I don't remember what the game is. Where you say something and they have to guess what the word is. Like you have to give them hints, but you can't say like the word.
Charades, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
so
I think it's taboo.
Taboo.
And Jon Favreau and his wife are like crazy good at it.
Yeah.
It's hysterical.
My
And then they
aunt-
can't get one.
My aunts would sit around and play that at my grandmother's Christmas table, and
That's
like
fun.
you had to be a certain age. Like I couldn't go in with them because it was only for adults only. It was like,
Yeah.
son of a bitch, I
So-
want to play.
I
so we're
wanna
gonna go
play.
through really quickly a list of what countryliving.com says are the best
Country
Christmas movies.
living.
They're probably all Hallmark if it's country.
They probably are, yeah.
They're not. So
Oh, okay.
number one, A Wonderful Life, which obviously
Oh,
none of us-
yeah.
That was
That's a good one.
one
Oh,
of my
boy.
favorites too. I wanted to say
that
that,
the
but I didn't have enough time.
Angels get their wings.
Yeah.
every
Yes.
I
time
don't
a
think I've
bell
ever seen
rings, an
that.
angel gets her wings.
Jimmy-
But
Jimmy Stewart.
yeah.
if the time limit for you would be off because it's like a 2-hour.
Oh, I don't even have 10 minutes for that fucking
Yeah.
movie.
But
Oh, I
It's-
watched the White
there's-
Christmas a couple years ago. The,
I-
one, the
and that-
dancing or whatever.
yeah, that's my second favorite.
Oh,
Yeah.
Number
my
two,
goodness.
it made our list. Christmas Story. Number three, the 1951 Christmas Carol. I think that I remember being a kid and like they did a Mickey Mouse Christmas
Mhm,
Carol. Or,
Muppets.
yeah,
And they did
There's
Muppets.
many
Yeah.
Christmas
Mhm.
carols.
really
Yeah.
good. It was good.
There's a Batman one.
Is there?
It's a book. It's a book, but it's very good.
Oh,
it's
oh.
called Batman Noel.
Yeah, Batman Noel. Number four, the animated version, 1966, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Original. That's a good.
Number five is A Miracle on 34th Street. That's the one
Yeah.
where it says every time.
Mm-mm.
No,
No,
it's
no.
Wonderful Life.
Is it?
No, it's
Yeah.
a Wonderful Life.
That's
says
the
that.
Yeah,
girl
because the angel ends up saving the dad in the end from killing himself.
Santa Claus is on.
Oh God.
in
It's
court.
actually pretty dark.
Yeah.
Like
Miracle on 34th Street is the Santa at Macy's, and he's telling
Yeah.
like people go to the other stores because they have better deals and stuff, and they basically are calling him a fraud and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And the
Um,
remake was Matilda, right?
yeah.
Yeah. The number six movie, Santa Claus, with 1994 with
That was 94. I was
Yeah.
like, that was like the 80s.
Number
No,
seven,
That was the 90s.
Love
Oh.
Actually.
That
Never
was
saw
right at
it.
his height
Yeah,
of being home
That
improvement.
that movie is
Well-
like basically,
Ain't that a chick
if you
flick?
think
Yeah.
Avengers
Yeah.
Endgame has a lot of celebrities, it's like that where there's like so many celebrities in one movie. It's like
I know.
it's
was-
really weird.
Yeah.
Rick Grimes.
Rick Grimes. Number
Rick
eight,
Grimes, yeah.
National Lampoon's Vacation. Number nine, Elf. I'm just gonna go through real quick. Number 10, Home Alone. That should be fucking higher. 11, You Got Mail. 12,
What?
Bridget Jones' Diary.
Christmas.
What? How is that considered
Christmas?
Christmas?
Oh,
Chick
yeah,
flick
yeah,
movies?
Take
yeah,
place
because
during Christmas.
It takes place,
Okay.
and her little shop
right.
is shutting down.
I
and
will
he's
say
putting her
this:
out
at
of
least
business.
Die Hard didn't make top 10. If that's the
Oh,
case,
I like
Yeah.
Die Hard.
13, A
I
Year
watched that
Without a Santa
earlier.
Claus.
Yeah.
14,
Oh, you're
Noel.
Santa Claus.
What was
Wait,
what
which
was-
version?
What was
What?
13?
Year Without
Year
Santa
Without a
Claus?
Santa Claus. Yeah, which
The
version?
animated 1974.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Not
never
with
heard
John
of
Forgot
that.
about
Goodman
those.
as Santa.
Good.
Never heard of that.
14, Noel. 15, Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol.
okay.
Mr. Magoo.
The number 16, Rise of the Guardians. Never seen it.
Oh, I remember
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It's a DreamWorks movie where it's basically all the different holiday characters are trying to save Christmas.
Oh, that's a new
It's
one.
Yeah.
with Hugh Jackman as the Easter Bunny, like Jack Frost.
Why does Christmas always need to be saved?
I-
It's the one holiday that they stole from everyone else, but it always needs to be saved.
Well,
Fucking Christmas.
that's like the princess.
Number
America.
17,
America.
Chronicles of Narnia. Number 18, Frozen.
What?
I've never
Hold the
seen that.
phone.
Frozen.
Frozen's like
What?
Christmas.
Just saying. that's
Just because
what's
there's
on
snow doesn't mean it's Christmas.
Yeah.
No, he said Frozen and the Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I never
no.
saw
there.
that.
Number 19. It's the list. Number
There's no
19,
Christmas in
Prancer.
Narnia.
Number
Prancer, I love
22,
Prancer.
Oh,
Christmas Chronicles.
gonna
That's
say
the one
that.
with,
They're good.
Kurt
Kurt
Russell.
Russell.
He's
Yeah.
he's probably the best looking Santa Claus of all
He
time.
is.
He's
He
good.
really is.
I believe that's actually his beard too. Number 21,
Mhm.
Jack Frost with
and
Michael
his
Keaton.
wife.
Not the horror movie.
Number
No.
2,
Michael Keaton.
Serendipity.
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 That's a
That
good
was
one.
cute. I
Yeah,
just
that's a
watched
good
that for
one.
the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, the heartthrob of the 90s. Number 23, I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Oh,
Little
yes.
JTT.
Oh,
JTT. I forgot about Jonathan
What?
Taylor Thomas.
I don't remember that movie.
He gets
I
on a
don't
bus.
either.
He
Yeah.
I'll be
he
home for
basically
Christmas.
gets
Oh, and Jessica Biel.
like
He was not my heartthrob in the
Ugh.
90s.
Wow. Number 24, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas.
yeah, there we go.
Number 25, 2018's The Grinch, the animated. Jim Carrey's
okay.
lost to both these, just by the way. As well.
Wow.
A lot of people
mean-
don't like that one. I don't know why.
Number 26, The Princess Switch. No idea.
It's on Netflix. It's good.
27, Little
There's
Women.
3 of them now.
Little
Never
Women.
saw that.
Number 28, A Christmas Carol, 1984. That was actually pretty good with George C. Scott. 29, Four Christmases. Number 30, Babes in Toyland, 1934.
Oh,
Never
I
heard of it.
feel like Bad Moms Christmas was really
So,
good.
oh, here
Yeah,
you
that
go.
was good.
Number
Yeah.
31, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It says Steve Martin and John Candy face off in a funny film for the holidays, whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas. I don't think they actually, they just say, I'm going home for the holidays.
Well,
made
then
the
might as
list.
well
It might
throw
be like in
Halloween movies
between.
in there too. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
gonna say Thanksgiving's a Christmas movie, then put Halloween in.
Uh,
And then while you're at that,
this is going
might
to
as well
cause
put August in there too, and September, and put 9/11 movies.
Is this
in
next
there.
one going to cause yelling?
this is going to cause some problems. Number 32, it does take place during Christmas. Edward Scissorhands.
Oh God!
Hey, he makes some pretty nice
no,
ice
no, wait a minute.
sculptures.
We're going to have this argument. So Edward Scissorhands is beating Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That blows my
Wow,
mind
that
right
is
now.
sad.
that is
Number-
kind of bad.
Number 33, Remember the Night. 34, Dolly Parton's Christmas of Many Colors.
Oh my!
I mean, I
Who
would.
made
Okay.
this list?
I'll just watch that
See,
movie.
and
on
there's
YouTube.
Country
another-
living.
There's another movie of hers
That's
that's
just
very
stay-at-home
popular.
moms.
It's The Coat of Many Colors,
30,
which was
36,
Christmas
Trading
or
Places.
Smoky Mountain Christmas, I think.
Trade-
37,
Places for
Gremlins.
Christmas?
Yeah.
They might as well put
Gremlins.
Toy Story on that list because the last scene in Toy Story
Yeah.
is a Christmas
Christmas.
scene.
They get the dog.
Number 39, Barbie and the Nutcracker.
Oh God!
I remember that
At
one.
least it's Christmas. I mean,
Yeah.
41, Muppet Christmas.
How long does this list go?
Yeah.
I think it's 50. I'm just kind of going through. I'm skipping now.
Are they ones you don't know?
Hey, I like the Sabrina Christmas special that came in between seasons.
46,
2 and
Jingle All the
Yeah,
Way.
that's the Yule
3.
special.
Yeah, that was a very good. it's like an hour.
47,
Oh,
Dr.
yeah, yeah.
Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas 2000.
I should try and link that
That's
before our Yule episode and see if anybody would actually watch it.
Yeah,
before.
that
Number
was good.
49, Batman Returns.
that
And
was
number
a good episode.
number 50, Home Alone 2. Die Hard. Oh no, there's still.
I like a Home Alone.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah.
sweet Home Alone.
you know, I'm
Does
kind of
not edit
surprised
it.
you didn't say one.
don't know who
It's
made
that
this
animated
list.
movie that you watch like every year. I can't remember. what
Arthur
it is.
Christmas?
Yeah, Arthur Christmas.
I mean, I love
that was
Arthur.
just on the list.
Eight
today.
Crazy Nights. Can we talk
Fif-
Hanukkah?
oh, that-
movies?
Oh,
Yeah,
Great
that's a
movie.
good one.
That's a good one.
56, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. 57, Charlie Brown Christmas.
It keeps going.
Yeah, why isn't Charlie
Forever.
Brown
This is-
Christmas in the top 10? Come
Every
on.
movie-
Frosty the
gonna be up there.
Snowman 60.
What's 100?
Santa Claus is Coming to Town 61.
What's
Wait,
100?
which one?
Which one?
Oh no, that's the
The-
never mind. It's only one of
It's
It's
those.
a little-
Scrooge 62. Die Hard 63. Nightmare Before Christmas 64.
That's
Wow.
disgraceful.
No.
Bad
your
Santa. Good movie.
Oh, I forgot
65.
about Bad Santa.
How does Nightmare just beat Bad Santa by one spot?
Christmas with the Cranks 66. Polar Express awful 67. Now I'm just kind of skipping through. That's it. It ends
Just
at
go down
69.
many.
It's six. It ends at 69.
Oh, your number.
For country living.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
69, the country living.
Who made this list?
Yeah, that's what I would like to know.
Country
Cut-
living.
Frozen?
Stay at home mom.
Yeah, they clearly don't know
How-
what
that-
a Christmas movie is because
Yeah.
they probably just
Yeah.
like there's snow in this
Look,
trailer. Oh, Christmas.
There's snow
My
and
kid
ice.
watches this a
It's a
million
Christmas
times.
movie.
Yeah.
Well, then Empire Strikes Back. It's on Hoth. A lot of snow and ice in that.
That means Toy Story should be on that list just for that one little
technically think
scene.
It has to have a tree in it to be considered a Christmas movie.
Oh, well,
There
well,
is no
then
trees in Frozen.
Return of the
Mm,
Jedi.
no Christmas
the,
Not
tree.
Christmas.
No, no,
They're all
Christmas tree.
frozen.
It's not Christmas at all.
I don't know.
I thought it
Uh,
was also overrated.
There was an older school like claymation, like kind of Santa Claus is coming to town.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There was an old school one that kind of combined the pagan origins of Santa Claus.
The orgy.
No, God no, it's a children's movie. Come on.
Listen, if you're gonna talk about
But-
it,
Those claymation ones
It-
were good though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
some of them were real good, and that was one of my favorites. And I can't remember if it's the Santa Claus or Saint Nick or something. And it's like
Year
about the
Without a
four.
Santa Claus was good.
No, it wasn't that one. I can't remember what it is. I'll have to link it in our community page or something.
so
But it was like a little bit of the paganism in it, like where all the elements came together, and because they found this kid came out of a flower, basically, and the fairies raised them.
Mm.
No
listen,
shit.
if you're gonna lean into paganism, you fucking lean hard.
Yeah.
You talk about the booze.
Is
talk
that where
about the
Thumbelina
bumps.
came from? Didn't she come from a flower?
That just came in the mail today. I didn't
Thumbelina?
order it, but it came in the mail today.
What?
How
Thumbelina?
From the
Random is
Disney.
that?
Yeah, because I forgot the featured movie title, so I got that and Anastasia in the mail. I was like, okay.
All right. Well, listen, that is
Anastasia.
our list of Christmas movies. Some of our favorites. Did we miss yours? Did Country Living take care of the rest for you?
God,
Where do you
No
rank?
Christmas
What your,
Vacation 2?
yeah. Where does your movies rank? Is there something we forgot? Put it in the comments. Send us a message. If you're listening to this audio, take a screenshot of your phone and send us what you think are your favorite Christmas movies or TV specials. We didn't even really get into TV specials, but let's go around the horn here.
Star Wars.
Start with Andy. Andy, what do
Tell
you
us
got?
about it.
What do you got? What are you wearing today? Where'd you get it? And then what do you want to plug?
A gem holiday.
There
shirt.
he
It's
is.
gem and all the holograms. This one, oh, there's one I have where they're decorating a tree. This one they're just hanging out in the snow, and I got from 80stees.com.
80stees.com. And what do you
I
want to
think
plug?
they're skiing.
I don't know who.
Oh, they're
never
just,
watched
they're
them.
just
They're
Oh,
rocking
no,
out.
No.
Yeah.
They're rocking out.
It's
The
a
sleigh.
sleigh.
It's a
hanging
sleigh.
out.
I'm just
The sleigh.
thinking. I saw like the ski for the sleigh. and
yeah. Well, they might have a sleigh, but they also have a guitar. You know, they might.
And
breaking the
drumsticks.
song.
She's got drumsticks. but
Yeah.
No drum.
She's just gonna beat them in the head.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could.
Why is that like-
What if
She's
they,
back there not doing nothing. She don't have a.
Which one? The redhead kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's because she has a guitar, so you can't take guitar everywhere.
She's just leaning on
Yeah.
the sleigh.
Yeah, you know, they might be breaking the song.
All right.
Might say a Christmas song when they're skiing. I don't know.
Yeah.
She looks like she's floating.
Yeah, well, maybe.
So what do you want to plug?
I don't PPWs this Saturday,
Yeah, come hang out.
December 11th. Yeah,
The Christmas show.
Jonah Rock's gonna be there. PCO, Moose. Right?
Did you get a match yet?
No.
Did you get told
No.
to show up?
I think they only announced 3 matches.
Did they tell you to come?
Well, I don't know.
Surprise.
No, but they never just tell me not to come. So
Yeah.
So he's
I know.
coming.
Huge announcement from PPW.
Yeah, Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Is that February or March?
That's.
I don't think it's January.
It's not.
No,
Jan-
I think it's February.
Yeah,
February?
I think I
February.
remember that.
Maria Kanellis, Mike Bennett,
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Hart, which is
Yes.
I never thought I'd see him ever again, which
Yeah.
is really exciting. Who
I thought you were gonna say Jimmy Hoffa. for
What's
some
his name?
reason.
Alexander Hammerstone? Is that?
Oh, yeah.
If
MLW
Hoffa-
champion?
If Hoffa
Mhm.
comes to PPW, I'm sure there'll be a line out the door.
I thought you were gonna say Jimmy Hoffa. I don't know
Oh.
why.
I don't think he's gonna come. I don't think
he's
gonna make
he's
it.
buried at the Shepton gas station.
That's a car wash. Car
Yeah,
wash.
the car wash. Yeah. And then who's the other one on the list that was kind of exciting? That was really exciting. Not kind of. Sorry. There was another name on that. I can't remember who it is now.
Killer Cross was on the show before. At least on the January one.
Who the fuck's that? There was another one in the upper right hand corner that was fun too.
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
Did Paul send it to me? Let me just pull up.
Oh,
that.
well, they posted. Just go to PPW.
Oh, Maven.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
Maven.
With his eyebrows.
Yeah.
So I remember that. I remember people would have a sign. It would just say Maven with the eyebrows
Yeah.
on the sign.
So yeah, come hang out with me and Andy.
Yeah,
This
That's my
this
last
Saturday.
show of the year because then it would be Christmas. Well, the 18th there's nothing. Then it's Christmas Day and then New Year's Day. You just know
And then
about
you
it.
can see myself, Andy, and Kelly this Thursday live on our new Facebook channel, Tornado Tag Podcast. We're going to be interviewing
That's what I
a
was
local
gonna plug.
local podcast and doing a topic. I'm not exactly sure what our topic's going to be yet, though. We're
Oh.
going to do like a short topic at the end of our interview.
Who's the local podcast?
I don't know if they're local, but they're called Coming Down the Aisle.
Oh,
Are they getting
It
married?
sounds like a wedding.
Yeah.
well, now coming down the aisle
Yes.
from
Santa Claus. Anyway,
Santa Claus. That was Balls Mahoney for
Yeah.
a short-lived WWE gimmick. There you go.
Nikolai, what are you wearing? What are you plugging? Well, I mean, you're wearing fright rags all over
Yes.
head to toe.
Oh.
So I
Always.
got my hat on Fright Rags. For those of you who can't see my lovely Dexter hat that they just released this year, and my Krampus shirt from Fright Rags as well.
It's a good thing Firex doesn't have underwear. Me undies would be in trouble.
They would. I would say goodbye to me undies. Hello, Fright Rags. Listen, because I got like lounge pants and stuff.
Yeah, they
so
do.
like,
And the socks.
And I
yeah,
don't-
and the
I don't-
socks.
I don't own a pair of pant leg lounge pants.
I don't either, but it'll be there eventually.
I'm sure there's gonna come out with a movie. I'm like, I'm gonna need those. Pant
Yeah.
legs,
So as for the plugs, I have 2. Me and my brother produced a reading of Krampus, a holiday message. If you just search Nick Like a Band on YouTube, you will be able to find that. And
Or if
second-
you link it to our pages that you.
that
Yeah.
too, I can do that. Well, it just came out the other day, so I didn't really get a chance to.
I have to get you have to send me your YouTube
Sure,
channel so I can link.
well, I don't
your,
have a thing yet.
your YouTube channel.
I don't have like a little like
yeah,
an
but I can
actual
still,
thing.
if you
Okay.
have your links, I can still link them to
Okay.
our so if you go to Not Cool in High School, and you can do the same for us if you want.
Yeah.
So we can all like kind of cross promote each other.
Okay.
Our YouTube channels. Anyway, go ahead.
And the other one, I found out within this past week. Retro Lovely, who we have had on the show, and part of the network and stuff. Michael decided he a little bit ago was going to do a cosplay edition of his magazines. And for those of you who don't know what Retro Lovely is, it's pinup stuff, modern age pinup and that kind of thing. But he decided he was going to branch out and do a cosplay addition to the magazine, and he has a bunch of different other versions as well.
Like Vixen and
Yeah.
like a taboo edition. where
Right.
It's more bubs.
Yes.
more dirty.
Now,
It's so classy, dirty.
He
But
uses
right,
the
yeah,
same
right.
mechanic we do.
Betty Page.
what?
He goes to the same mechanic.
Well,
as
there we
we
go.
do.
Oh,
Thought provoking. want to hear?
Well, I didn't know. It was like a random thing when I went there one day.
Some people think boobs. She thinks wrenches and torques
Yeah.
and stuff. Anyway, go ahead.
So the reason why I bring up Retro Lovely is because they're doing a special edition of this cosplay magazine, and the due date I believe is May 25th. They're doing an entirely Disney edition,
Oh.
Disney princesses and villains. So if that interests you, find your local photographer. And
I thought you were maybe going to put
Send
something
stuff.
out.
I mean,
you,
yes.
you want
So-
someone you could photograph?
Yes,
because you've made
I-
the magazine.
You
I
can
am-
photographer.
I am open
Whatever
as
that is.
well. If you have an idea and a concept, I already did submit Belle from a workshop
Oh,
I did
yeah, I
this
saw
summer.
that.
They were accepted. Michael accepted them, so they are going to be published in it.
It's your
But
second or third time being in
this is the
magazine.
third time that I've been published in a Retro Lovely magazine,
There you go.
which is pretty exciting. But I'm definitely, because this is Disney and I'm a huge fan of Disney, obviously looking to do more shoots with people. I'm in talks with doing an alternative Hades look
Oh.
for one of the villains.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be really fun if that works out. But even if you do not choose me, go support Retro Lovely. And, if you are someone who really wants to do Disney stuff, go to retrolovely.com and look up some information.
Yeah, they do a great
Yeah.
job. Love Michael. He's actually slated for Tornado Tech. For Tornado Tech for Not Cool in
He's a
High
big
School.
wrestling fan.
Sorry, for interviews with everyday people. That's the other one I do. In 2022, he's definitely someone I'm going to reach out to and have
Yeah.
back on. But yeah, and if they're like I said, right now, like our table's kind of full.
What a terrible job he has taking pictures of hot girls.
Well, unfortunately, because pandemic
That must be so
was a little hard for him.
I know he closed the studio,
He
right?
did have to go get a 40
Well,
support.
Things have been on the upside.
Okay,
lately
good.
with the
It's about to
magazine
pick
stuff.
up.
So
Yeah.
it is. I talked to him the
That's
other
good.
day, and he said things are really going well with the
Good,
magazine.
good. I love that dude to death. He's very, but he's fun fact. He's the only one who's ever paid me for an interview.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like I didn't even ask
Besides
him.
the box of magazines that we got.
Yeah, I don't ever ask.
And
for
he
money.
brought you pins
Yeah, he
that
brought
he
me pins.
made.
He made me special pins. I was on interviews with everyday people, and all I got was this lousy button.
Oh, good.
I love it. No, and when I say like he paid me, like he literally would not. He left it on the table, and
Yeah.
I couldn't give it back to him. But that was really cool. He's always been super supportive. He does a
Yeah.
great job. He actually has his own podcast, the Retro Lovely podcast. So go support that. Love him to death. He's really, really good. And go buy his magazines. He's really good. And if you're a photographer or you're a model and you have your photos, submit them to the website and get your magazine published. He
And
does a really good job.
it's at least a 2-page spread right now that
Yeah.
they're doing. So, if you get in, the large majority of your photos should get in. You can upload at least 10, or at the most 10.
Mhm.
So
You should submit some of your photos.
Yeah, yeah.
Going as Elvira.
I have no Disney characters. So.
yeah, well, it could just be a regular cosplay one because
Yeah.
he does the regular edition of
Oh,
cosplay
see, I
all
would like
year.
to look at that magazine in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really cool magazine.
You can get physical or digital versions of them.
Yep. And if you do MagCloud and you buy the physical, you will also get a digital version in your library
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
as
cool.
well.
Anthony.
I do have two things to plug. One is a news type thing for the game Fuser. I know Tony, you will enjoy this because
What is Fuser?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the rock band?
it is the DJ remix game.
I didn't like it. I tried it when
I-
it first came out. I
I-
was not a fan.
I put it down for a while because Rock Band kind of took over for that for a while. But one song I think you'll enjoy that they're adding is Savage by Megan Thee Stallion.
Is that do you use the DJ Hero thing?
No.
you use a controller.
You can just use a
Oh,
controller.
It doesn't have the same effect. I have to go
Oh.
back and try it again. Maybe they update it.
Using a
They
controller.
have a lot more songs in it now,
Yeah.
so that you could.
The controller's not as fun as
change
the
stuff
They
in
instant.
it.
kind of did it like that. They made a game called Mixer, and it was
Okay.
like you got cards, and you put the cards on the thing, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to add the drum beat to this song, and
okay.
it kind of computer algorithms and makes you a song,
Mhm.
and they turn it into a video game, so you don't have to buy the cards. You can just do everything on a video game, but and you never truly feel like you're in control of what's happening.
Okay.
And then once you play it like 4 or 5 times because the music library was so small,
Yeah.
it just sounds like the same song
Yeah.
every and it kind of turned me off, but I have to go back and try it again.
The other thing is just a big recommendation to watch. We Wish You a Merry Turtle Christmas.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not terrifying at all.
No,
Yeah. I hope you guys have a great fucking there it is. Look at those guys. Just
it's a great movie.
I seen a picture today. It's from with Turtles. I think the first movie, and it's one of them like look, their head up and their
Yeah.
mouth is open, but you can see the guy's mouth.
Yeah,
in the
it's
mouth.
Donatello when he's
Yeah.
laughing.
Yeah, and it's like this is terrifying.
Maybe there's
You can see
something
the
really good
actor's
in the
face
box.
in the mouth.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something real good in one of those boxes. That's why they're like,
Kelly, what do you got?
Other than my normal, I actually have Chris Kringle Martin Mifflinburg. I think Mifflinburg this weekend. It runs from Thursday through Saturday night, I believe, or Sunday, and it's an authentic German Christmas mart in Mifflinburg, which is right up from Sunbury.
Wait, is that where we're going next week?
Oh yeah. Oh, and Chris Kringle Martin.
Oh, wait, is it the same thing?
No,
or different?
no.
Okay.
Different place.
I'm
So
thinking,
that's the one in Bethlehem. Now,
Yeah.
This is one that just runs a few days
Oh,
and
okay.
that's done. Yeah.
And what else are you doing next Tuesday? Speaking of Christmas.
Oh, and our Yule episode will be next Tuesday, and all about the pagan orgies and drinking yourself silly and the origins of Christmas from the pagan side of things.
Sex,
You guys
booze.
are
Sex, booze, Christmas trees.
stole all of my things. I was gonna plug that one now.
Oh,
I'm
I
trying to
quit.
get-
I'm done. I
trying to
quit.
get these people who are on shows
No
that
plugging.
plug their other shows. Or...
No plugging. I was gonna plug the other shows. No more plugging. You get nothing.
Well, what's your plug?
You stole it. I was gonna plug TTP. Then I was gonna plug TBI, IWEP network, the whole thing,
.com.
everything. Follow us.
Did you get the
like us?
.net?
Subscribe us.
Oh,
Share us.
Costs money.
Everything.
There it is. We didn't read any sponsors, but if you want to go check out our sponsors, they are on the website as well. We have to add our 2 new sponsors. I haven't got a chance to do that yet.
Yeah, we'll give him a write up.
Just behind the curtain. I've literally been working. I come home from work, I sit down on my computer, and I just constantly am uploading to get the YouTube pages done. Essentially, all of YouTube is done. We're completely caught up. We have separated our interviews. What I am going to go back and do on all the shows, especially like Not Cool, there is a season 1, 2, and 3. Then I have a tab that's for interviews. Because remember, at one point in time, we were going to do the interviews episode separately, like Not Cool in High School interviews 1, and then we had the guy who did the comic book, and then the guy who like that. So I'm going to go to episodes that we actually physically had someone on and we interviewed and put that in the interview tabs as well. So you don't have to go all the way back and look for like the Ben interview or the John interview or stuff like that. So those interviews will be separate in the interviews category. And I'm going to do the same thing for all the other shows too, like Tornado Tag and Bangin' Beers. There will be a tab where it's interviews, and I will isolate that episode that we had a physical guest on or that we talked to and put those in the interview tab so you can check those out. And then we're uploading everything to Facebook. So eventually by mid next year, everything will be on the Facebook thing because we're doing 1 episode a day, so we don't overwhelm the system. So be on the lookout for that. And then I'll be updating the website. Eventually, what I want to do on the website is have a guest page tab. So if you go and click on the guest page tab, it'll be a photo or something of the guests we've had on previous episodes, all of their links, and you can click on it. But it's going to take me a lot of time.
Oh my god.
It's 5 shows and a bunch of episodes I have to go back through.
Well, I have to say, starting from here on out, we do that. That's a lot of work.
I'm obsessive and I want to do it, so that's what I'm going to work on.
I got something to plug. I forgot. Jen does paparazzi, and they started doing candles and wax melts, and I think there's more stuff. But go check her out. I think they're live tonight, actually.
There it is.
Yeah.
They're live, and I don't know if I can announce that. I'll hold off until I find out. But someone who's been on our show and someone who's been supportive of our show just had some pretty good stuff for their local business, which is exciting. But I don't know if it's official yet, so I don't want to say anything. But yeah, that's all we got for our episode. We will have one more by the end of the new year, I believe. Right?
Right before
Really?
Christmas?
Yeah, right
Yeah,
before
it's like
Christmas.
a week before.
The after Christmas. On the next episode,
wouldn't it be
no,
like-
the 21st.
Oh.
No. 14th is TBI.
Uh-huh.
The 21st. Well, right before Christmas, the
Okay.
21st. Does anyone have any ideas? Anything you want to brainstorm right now on the
We
podcast?
should
while
have
we're
did
here?
this one.
Yeah. Hey,
I mean, we can do favorite Christmas music.
Yeah.
none.
I agree. I don't want to do that
Yeah.
episode.
There has
We could
to
do
be,
TV
there has to be
specials.
something kind of
TV
TV
specials.
special.
For Christmas stuff.
Or we could do a topic. Does anyone do a topic? Does anyone want to tackle a topic? It doesn't have to be Christmas related. If you don't have anything on top of your head, we can come back to it. But if you are listening and you have an idea for a topic, send it to us, and we'll cover it for the
I
next time.
still want to do the Tarantino thing, but that's going to take some time until people catch up on most of the Tarantino movies.
Well, here's the thing. Even with sometimes when you're doing a topic, everyone at the table doesn't have to physically
Mhm.
watch it. You're presenting it as if like I'm trying to sell you
Mm-hmm.
on to check it out or to try to like. That's kind of like the idea of
Yeah.
it. And then if one of us has watched movies, we can chime in.
Yeah.
So that's because I previously it was like, hey, we're all going to watch a movie, and if when we do that, that would help if we all watch it. But it doesn't always have to be that either. Like if, my topic, like I want to review this TV series, and I'm not going to do every single episode, but I'm going to talk to you about what it is, possibly spoil some stuff, and maybe convince you on checking it out. That's essentially what we're going through. And in this way, not everyone has to partake. And if they have a topic they have in mind, they can work on that while you're doing that, and then we can get into a flow of every week. We're not sitting here going, what are we going to do? Because everyone has one in the chamber. Almost.
Talk about Christmas food.
Hot shit in the chamber.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we could.
that'd be interesting.
We can do like what we
Your
would
favorite
do.
Christmas cookies and
What,
stuff.
yeah, Christmas
Yeah.
cookies, Christmas food are what we do for our holidays. Maybe we
Yeah.
can talk
Well, I
about
was
that.
going to say
Traditions.
that. I was going to say traditions, but I didn't know if that would be more TBI.
That's fine. No, we can do
No,
traditions. and
Traditions is fine.
No.
Everything.
Are things you look forward to at this holiday, like
Traditions,
Christmas, or
food.
we could talk about our secret saint, our secret Satan that we're doing.
Could we talk about it? Would we have exchanged by then?
We don't know.
We don't know. We haven't picked the date.
I'd hope so. I would like to do the.
I gave someone a gift.
I would like to have our
And
get
they
together
liked
on
it?
the 18th. I don't know if that's possible.
Is that the Saturday?
It's a Saturday, yeah.
I think I work.
If we have to do a Sunday, we can. But yeah, that would be fun. And then we could talk about our gifts, or even if we do it, like we could just kind of do it like we did in the past, where we just kind
We
of
did before.
everyone kind of leaves their gifts here, and then we kind of just hand them out to the people. And
No, we had a whole thing last year.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
a couple people didn't make it.
yeah, and then we just kind of gave them, and they opened them
Yeah.
on the show. We could do that too. Either way works. But yeah, so
I
we
don't
have,
wanna
we have,
open them
we have
on
a
the
secret
show.
secret Santa secret Satan going around for the podcast where we all randomly drew names and see who gets what. I know I got my gift for somebody. I ordered it.
Got mine too.
I may
and
have
it's
ordered
wrapped.
the wrong size.
Oh, that sucks.
But
Well,
if you need it adjusted, Heidi is great at shrinking stuff in the laundry. So I didn't go too. I
Try
didn't,
it on
What if
medium.
you need it bigger?
well, there
Then
is
you're
a way to do that. There's a way to do that. You have to like soak it in like conditioner or something for a
guess-
while.
guess
but
you
I
can't get
don't
that
wanna try
bigger.
it.
I don't know. That
What,
sounds like an
would it
old
be like the vintage brain wash almost?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like-
I mean,
old,
it's obviously
old,
not gonna
Asian
go.
secret. That's yeah.
well, then you need to go and condition the shit out of
it's too
half
much
my
work.
teeth here.
Too much work. Just shrink a little bit.
She doesn't like that I'm getting fat. She's fat shaming me, so she's purposely shrinking. all
I'm
of them.
not purposely shrinking them. Some
I'm
shirts are just
cultivating
really shitty and they
Mass.
shrink.
All right, I'm trying to get jacked.
He's getting his comedy weight on.
Yeah, I'm doing this for a bit.
Some shirts are just made really bad and they
It's a
just
bit I've been
shrink.
working on for years.
I've been working on this bit for years, trying to get fat to be funny.
Anyway,
We'll see you guys next time. We will see you before Christmas. We do love you. Just check it out. Like I said, do everything we said by
like,
doing all
follow,
that.
share,
Do
subscribe.
everything we said by subscribing, liking, and all that. If you don't, we still love you. See you guys next time. We're out of here.
Bye.
Bye.
You had to throw it up.